Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stones Live. I am Justin Kelly, along with the one, the only, Mr. Michael Loncar. We have something very, very special tonight. Super stoked. What are we doing tonight? Talk to me.
Tonight is a 100-200 limit game. So for those of you that don't know what a limit game is, the blinds are going to be 50-100 pre-flop, and on the flop, you can bet or raise in increments of 100. And on the turn and river, you can bet or raise in increments of $200 with a maximum of 4 bets on every street. So this should be a really interesting game.
Yeah, I was going to say, so let's just say that the stakes are not exactly low tonight.
No,
right?
This is a big game.
Super, super cool. I'm looking forward to it. I walked in, I just took a look at the stacks around the table. Normally I'm kind of going like, okay, these are the $1 chips, these are the $5 chips. None of those here.
No.
None of those here at this game, guys. Super stoked. What are we waiting for? Let's walk around the table.
Yes, let's get it going.
Check it out. Seat 1, you guys know him, you love him. That's the one and only Kyle Kitagawa. Cali Kid.
Cali Kid in the house.
Yeah, and Kyle's great. Obviously a solid player. You guys know him, follow him on social media. It's funny, he the second I walked in, he's like, hey, let everybody know I lost a big pot before the stream started, but then I ordered a salad, and it was super GTO, and I got it all back and then some. And I'm like, well,
nice.
that's what we expect here. Absolutely love it. Immediately to his left, we have seat 2.
Yes, Jeff S. Played with him many times. He's definitely a regular here at Stones. He's definitely gonna mix it up and great for the game.
Yeah, it's great. And then over in seat 3 we have Zach M. And Zach is actually just a super cool dude who doesn't play a whole ton of poker, but he comes over here. He likes bigger games, and so when he heard about this game, he was like, "I'm super in. I'm super in." And Zach is also he's a great player too. I mean, he's fearless, and he's like, if I don't believe you, you're getting called. End of story.
Yes. Yeah, Zach. I actually played with Zach last week at a home game, and he told me his ultra bad beat story. He got it in pre-flop in the first blind level of the WSOP main event with aces versus 9s.
Oh.
And lost.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're telling me the story, aces did not work.
No. He's a very good player, great guy. Hopefully he crushes it tonight.
Seat 4, Dante. Have you played with Dante before?
I haven't.
Yeah, I'm not real familiar with Dante, but obviously, I mean, if you're a player who's hopping into this game, you're not afraid to play.
No.
I mean, this is definitely not the first home game poker game
no,
you've ever played.
Definitely not.
So, super cool with that. Dante there in seat 4. Looks like he's sitting on some stacks. Moving to his left, we got Tony G there in seat 5.
Tony G.
I haven't played with Tony G, not real familiar with him. Have you before?
I've played with him a couple times. Yeah, he's a solid player.
Cool, right. I'm assuming you played with him like the 2-5 range.
Yeah, definitely
like
not 100, 200 limit.
Yeah, definitely. All the 100, 200 times we played limit, not a big deal. And then directly to his left was originally Crispy Bacon. Now that doesn't look like Crispy Bacon anymore.
No.
That is Mark S. I've seen Mark on the stream multiple times. And Mark, super solid player, super good guy. Definitely has some gears, and we'll call you down. Fearless. Now after him, we got Brandon W. Now we actually received, this was like a last minute thing. This was like one of, I guess, JC Tran's buddies who was just like, hey, I hear you guys are having like a fun, juicy game down there. And we're like, well, maybe.
Let me just hop in with a mountain of chips.
He's like, can I come and build some chip towers? And we're like, yes, please do. So that's Brandon W. Look forward to see what he's doing tonight. Okay, let's speed this up, guys. We're getting the first hand. Earl, you know him, you love him. If you are out of the WSOP, you had to have seen him. If you ever played poker and sack, you saw him. Earl, great dude. He wants me and him in the game. He wants me and Loncar in the game because it's easy money. Last but not least, the Wolf. There in seat 9. You've seen him plenty of times. Great avatar. And again, the Wolf's super solid player.
Cute picture. Really
looking
cute.
Looking forward to this. And let's start it off with Kings.
Yes, let's start it off with Kyle K with KK.
Let's do it.
And he raises under the gun to 200.
Is this game rigged? How does Kyle K get Ks?
KK gets KK.
So many Ks.
folds around to Mark S. Looks down at ace 10 of hearts. He's gonna call the raise.
So guys, the green chips are 25s, reds are 5s, hundreds are white chips.
Yes. And
now see, this is the funny thing about limit, right? I mean, you're almost always priced in pot odds-wise, right? So it's only $100 more for him to get into. He's almost getting 5 to 1 on his money at that point out of the big blind. So even though
wow,
he's
look
got
at that flop from Mark.
Yeah, everybody's got a piece, but even the wolf has a little wheel draw too.
And Kyle bets $100 on this flop, and let's see if Mark decides to call or raise. He just decides to, oh, he puts in a raise. And Kyle does not want to fold the kings just yet. Oh, wow, and look at this turn card. Oh, my gosh. Let's just start off the action right tonight. Let's just give Mark S the nuts. Let's give Kyle K a set of kings, and let's build a massive pot now.
Look at the all-in. Basically, even though it's limit, it's just like, oh, I'm getting it all in, you're getting it all in, let's do it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God, and the board pairs.
And how unfortunate for Kyle that Mark S didn't have more money, because this would have been a much bigger pot had Mark had more money right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Guys, I guess let's start up. We didn't like plan to start it off in this hand. This is just ship happens. Shipping pots happens. Wow. Stones live, baby. When the deck cooperates, the deck cooperates.
That is some sickness to start the night. Wow.
Good God. All right. Seat open. If anybody is local, Stones Gambling Hall.
Come on down.
Located. Guys, if you got an extra 5-10K laying around, come hop in. Plenty of room. You know, you can basically flop the monster and let Kyle turn a set on you. It's easy money. Wow. Holy jeez.
That salad is working out right.
Now, it's funny because this is a higher limit game, right? But let's say that this was a no limit game, like you said. If you have more money, I mean, they're getting it in.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting it in there every day of the week. That's just rough. That's super rough. And of course, the board pair outs does get there for Kyle.
Yep.
Man. So let's talk a little bit about, we were talking a little bit about before the stream started, limit versus no limit. So obviously in this higher limit game, we have 100, 200. Right, that we're playing, but what's the difference between like this and then obviously you have 2-5, so it's much lower blinds, but it's a no limit game.
Yeah, so this game right here, as said in the beginning of the stream, pre-flop you can raise increments of $100 up to 4 bets. So optimally, or should I say, if you were to lose the absolute maximum on a hand, you would lose, what is it, $2,400?
Oh yeah.
$400. You could cap it to $400 pre-flop.
4
on the flop,
right?
8 on the turn, 8 on the river. So this game is very big. You know, it's just the 2-5 games here are also very deep. You could potentially lose even more money, but this game is consistently going to have lots of big pots.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, overall average pot size in this is going to be so much higher than a no limit game.
Yeah.
So you get these no limit games even at these stakes that are higher, but you know you have a lot of baby pots and then you have those huge all in pots. Whereas this, every pot's going to be 1,000 plus.
Yes.
Maybe $1,500 average pots.
Yeah, and as you said, there's going to be lots of spots where players are going to have the odds to call, multi-ways to the turn and river. This should be a fun game, everyone. If you never watched a limit game, welcome to the high stakes limit here at Stones.
So Sean McCormick chimes in and says, hey, is it 1 bet and 4 raises or 1 bet and 3 raises? I think JFK Stones can chime in on that. I think it's 4 bets total.
Yes, capped. 4 bets total, yeah.
Okay. Now, and I don't know if it's just heads up, even though it's limit, are they allowed to continually, like, unlimited re-raise? I'm not sure.
It's just 4 bets and it's capped, okay. Yeah.
Look at those towers of white there from Brandon W. Just so beast.
Beautiful.
Uncapped ones heads up. So JFK Stones, that is right. So when she threw out that all in button, I mean, basically you can look at them and pretty much say all in. They're just, it's formality of bet raise, bet raise, bet raise, raise, raise.
Yep.
What a way to start it off.
Service please, table 11. King. Chips please, table 11. Red.
I mean, even the baby pots where they're like, all right, check. They're like, okay, $900.
$900, small pot.
$900
small
pot. Don't worry about it. So Vocal Terror does chime in here, who is also a dealer here at Stones. It says 4 total in California, which is a bet and 3 raises, and then unlimited raises if that street starts heads up.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
it is
exactly.
unlimited raises.
It is. Now only if that street starts heads up.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So obviously, if there's 3 of you in the turn and you bet, somebody raises, the other guy folds. It's not unlimited at that point. It would be on the next card.
Oh, I love that.
Service, yes. Earl would like service.
Andrew Barber in the house. What's going on, guys? Shout out to all the regs in there. I see Andrew Barber, Ghost of Erle,
Watt Bry, Rick and Barstow,
Sacco One, Poker Pro Eric. I saw Ghost of M in there, I think. Everybody hanging out.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody.
Of course, JFK Stone's good friend Sean McCormick. Barf.
All right, so full to the cutoff now, and Earl looks like he's going to raise it up with Jack 7 of spades.
Calling down. Sorry. I haven't won a call yet. Let me win my first.
And
Don't do it. Don't let him win. They've got it.
Jeff is probably not gonna defend. It's right there. Nope.
Finally won a hit.
And that's the sick thing is because you always, I mean, sometimes you have to think about it, right? And so we were talking about this earlier. Higher limit games versus lower limit games. It's in a lower limit game, if you get check raised or something, it's so easy for somebody to be like, whatever, it's just one more bet, it's just another way. You're playing 3, 6, 4, it's another $8, who cares, you got it.
The money's real in this game.
Yeah, and this
money's
is real. I mean, like one bet could actually, be a bluff, and you can actually bluff in this game. You can, it's one of the few limit games you can bluff in when you get to these higher limits.
Yep.
Chips, please.
Tara says, anybody want to buy my child for my buy-in to this game? It's good, solid. Wrong black market here.
So the minimum buy-in to this game is $1,000, and I'm pretty sure, as most limit games are, this was a no maximum buy-in game. So I've definitely seen my fair share of limit games where a rich show-off wants to buy in for like $50,000.
Oh yeah, exactly.
In a big limit game
because he can only lose like $1,000.
Yeah.
So ace 860 on the flop, couple of hearts. We can't see Jeff's hand. Wolf here with just jack high. Looks like Vocal Terror, congratulations, just sold his child for $501. Well played. Wolf does turn a 5. Does complete some possible hearts. Jeff fires 200. All bets matter. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not just like, I gotta pay, we'll see what comes in the river, I mean, you gotta play it a little snug.
Yep. Yeah, actually, I grew up in Olympia, Washington, and the only available game as an 18-year-old up there was a 3-6 limit game with the kill pot.
Yeah.
So for the first 2 years of my live play, I played nothing but limit. I definitely miss certain things about it and don't miss certain things about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's fun. It's definitely fun.
Man, I'll have to do a quick little add up on the table there, but I mean, God, I was looking at that. I think there's like 60, 70K on the table.
Yeah, there's a lot of money on the table right now.
Let's see, chips, cash, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to figure out stack size totals here.
So Earl raises up with Ace Jack to 200. Looks like Kyle K raises to $300 with pocket nines.
Dante is going to come along.
Dante's going to come along King 10 offsuit. And wow, look at this flop.
Guys,
wow.
How is this so action-packed already? All right,
Kyle K flops the dream flop, 9, 10, 5, middle set. Dante flops top pair. He ain't going nowhere. Earl's out.
Easy mug for Earl.
And the turn is a 9. Wow, this isn't even fair.
Quads for Kyle.
Kyle K is now a lock to win the hand. Turns quad 9s.
Dante's
check calls 200.
Now Dante's lucky another 10 didn't peel, otherwise things could have got real ugly.
Yeah.
So another 200, and Dante, I would imagine, would just flat call here.
Yep. Yeah, you can't really fold at this point. There's too much in the middle.
And, just 2 pair 9s and 9s. Oh, that's called quads. Wow.
Kyle K is starting off the night right.
Good God. Rick and Barstow, see the where's he going? See, Rick and Barstow was like, nowhere. Everybody's in it. They're all in on it.
Sick.
Wow. So I'm not sure what everybody bought him for originally, but I'm thinking somewhere in the vicinity of like 5K, 3 to 5K, somewhere in there.
I think I asked Kyle last week what he was buying in for, and he said 7,500. So I don't know if that's the number he stuck with, but if he did, he's up 2,500 now to start them, or early here in the night.
Yeah, it's like almost 60K on the table. Guys, Vlogger game coming up. It's so close. It's just a few days from now. All the regulars, Andrew Nemi, Brad Owen, Jeff Boski, Raise Rail. It's going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to this game because you'll be able to have all their blogs open from all the different angles. I mean, it's going to be weird. It's going to be like one of those live simul multicast things.
That's cool.
And because of the different delays and not delays, it's going to get interesting. It's going to be cool. you're gonna see things from this angle, and then you're gonna know on stones. You're gonna see it 20 minutes later. So like, oh, I know it's coming. Let's watch it.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, the wolf here waking up with kings. They're getting around.
And then the only reason I stayed in too is
Folds around the big blind. Tony G, who decides to defend with the weak ace.
when the turn comes, I make the
And we'll see if an ace flops for the second time against kings here to start the stream.
Kings seem to be an ace magnet.
club Scott.
Oh no, he does flop like a small piece of it though. Bottom pair.
Tony flops bottom pair. The wolf's definitely c-betting here. And Tony decides to check raise with the ace deuce. And the wolf 3-bets to 300. Tony calls. And looks like Tony's going to believe him here on the turn and just check fold the turn. Nice little small pot for the wolf.
And this is where we need teleportation devices, right? I know we're gonna have a seat open here in a minute. Andrew Barber, I mean, come on, we'll just snap you here. If your commute's only like 30 seconds, you got no reason not to.
Get in.
You know? Easy money. The Jake, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, Jake?
Yeah, if you guys are anywhere around a thing called Interstate 80, it's the same one that we're off, right? I don't care where you are in the United States, get on the freeway, drive here. Might just take you a little longer, but it's good stuff.
I agree with that. Go Kyrie.
He was trying to get a picture for your profile.
I don't agree with that. Kyrie's a big baby.
No, we're even now.
Probably still like the best team.
Looks like Dante's gonna come in for a raise with King Jack on the button.
And Brandon's going to defend with King 6 diamonds out of the big blind. And oof.
Kings for both.
Definitely not a good spot for Brandon, but he's going to check the king here. And check call. Ace on the turn. Doesn't slow down Dante. He bets the turn. And Brandon is not going anywhere. Brandon checks the river. And Dante does not go for the thin value. And we'll take down the pot with King Jack.
See, I mean, even in these little like, all right, raise, you know, bet, check, 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 check.
Small heads up pot. and
$1,100.
It's $1,100 pot.
Every time. It's sick. You know, you're sitting on 10K, and technically you're sitting on like 99 bigs. you're like, I barely got 100 bigs.
The nice thing about these big games too is the rake is so small compared to the game. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
the higher you go in the games, the less the rake affects it. It's so nice.
Now punching in that cash win command there, like JFK Stone just did. Just Kyle's up 1,100. I think he's probably up a little bit more than that since we started the stream. But yeah, this game's gonna get real juicy real quick. Like as if it's not already juicy enough.
Yeah.
I don't want to go have nothing. Last thing I want to do is see that team win anymore. But the Lakers, I mean, LeBron was a superstar for that.
I'm hearing a lot of NBA talk at the table.
Yeah, they went and got them.
It's been a crazy summer for NBA actually.
Yeah.
Lots of trades. Derrick Rose, I guess, is signing with the Cavs.
So they're talking about in the chat here between A Barber, Phil Hellmuth, that those little value spots, for instance, we saw the King 6, King Jack, A Barber says, oh my god, he lit that thing on fire, how do you not bet that for, like you talked about, thin value. Like those are the spots that can, at the end of your session, make or break your overall profitability on that limit game.
Yeah, those spots add up. You miss 6 light value bets on the river and you're talking $1,200. That's a lot of money at the
Yeah,
end of the night.
exactly. At the end, it's the difference between being even and making a grand at the end of the stream, you know?
Folds around to Brandon, looking down at Ace King on the button.
That comes in for a raise.
The Wolf is defending with a suited 9-5 from the big blind, and to the flop we go. Jack 8 deuce. Both players have nothing. Brandon's Ace King is still the best hand.
We're seeing now instant fire from the Wolf, or instant fire from Brandon here, and the Wolf's going to get out of the way. And that's one of those things where, especially in limit, I mean, the worst it can do is raise you, right? And so at the end of the day, it's like I'll fire out a C-bet and see if I can just take down 550 bucks.
Yeah, put on the Celtics. I like that. That's perfect. Even though I think if you try, maybe I'll take Kyrie on the Celtics. That puts them in the championship. That puts them in the championship game automatically. They probably have the best offensive backcourt. I mean, the East, yeah. I mean, in the East, they become like the worst, but they be in the finals every time.
It's funny, a lot of times in these bigger games, they end up doing like some sort of mandatory straddle thing. I don't think it's needed at this limit, you know what I mean? We're already playing 5100. I really don't think like, you gotta do a mandatory 200, let's make it even juicier. Like, I think we're good here. So Tony G here is gonna make the raise, ace king suited.
And unfortunately for him, he just takes down the blinds.
Quick 150. Guys, if you're just tuning in, make sure you click that heart and follow us. We're here with you spewing cash game action every Monday and Wednesday. Obviously, tonight you're watching a hell of a game. Wednesday, we have the Sweet Vloggers game. We got all sorts of stuff coming up. We got really, really cool tournaments and promotions coming up. They just announced a really cool tournament, Win the Button, which is going to be...
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this tournament.
It's going to be freaking rad. Guys, it is what it sounds like. You win the pot, you win the button. They literally throw the...
Every single hand, the entire tournament, when you win a pot, you get the button.
Now, here's what sucks.
That is so sick.
I'm going to be in the big blind. You're going to be right to my right. You're going to have the button, and you're going to be winning every pot. I'm just going to get blinded out by you winning pots. It's going to really be the worst.
Oh my god, I guess I've heard that this tournament has been run other places. I've never heard of it somehow.
It sounds awesome.
It sounds like the dream. Yeah. Every time you win a pot. So if I win 5 pots, like you said, if I win 5 pots in a row, and you're 2 seats to my left in the big blind, you're going to be in the big blind 5 hands in a row.
Well, yeah, and it's
God,
great. It's like,
so awesome.
It's like King of the Hill, right? Because you have an already good player now winning the button and getting the best position in the house every time.
Such
so it's
an
like
advantage.
you got to keep knocking the champ off. You know what I mean?
gosh.
It's going to be brutal.
I can't wait for that. When is that?
Coming up September, I believe early September.
Gosh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, we'll get some info on it, guys. Diamond draw for the Wolf here. So BJ technically out in front. Wolf's going to bet it.
BJ check calls the flop after raising pre-flop,
Ace. Now this does give BJ some straight potential out.
and he decides to bet out, representing an ace. The Wolf calls, not knowing his opponent actually has a king high. He can probably push off here. And
Brick City. Now what's BJ going to do here? God, if you can only see the cards. So easy
BJ
to see the
checks,
cards.
and here he goes. The Wolf bets the river,
And that's how it gets through.
and
right there.
BJ folds the worst hand with king queen high.
And that's how it gets there.
Very nice.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, where, you know what, like one bet in a limit game like this can actually get through.
Yeah.
And we just saw it right there.
Yep.
May the worst hand win.
Just let me know if you need service.
Yeah, for everyone joining us just now, and just in case you're just tuning in, this is 100-200 limit here at Stone's Gambling Hall, just outside of Sacramento, California. Thanks to everyone for joining us in the chat.
I believe there was some information posted on Twitter about it, so I am going to check that out, and then I'll post that link in the chat for you guys.
Brandon and Earl going heads up to the flop. Brandon bets out with a gutter ball. 2 overcards. Oh wow, look at that. Brandon turns a nut straight with a 9 on the turn. Takes it down.
You know, everybody always asks, oh, you know, I just want aces, I just want kings. You know what? I just want nut to second nut. I want to get
Yeah.
paid. Like, I don't care
Yeah.
what the hand's on. Like, I want to get paid. Very awesome.
The button.
Yeah, the Win the Button tournament. All right, well, JFK, whenever you get some time, post the details on that Win the Button tournament in there. I believe it's early September. Definitely looking forward to it. It's going to make for, I just love when you take the game we all know and love, and then you just add a little, like, sriracha to it, right?
That's
Just
so
throw in
good.
a little spice, see what happens, mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, Justin just told me about that last week. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of a win the button,
I love it.
win the pot, win the button.
Basically,
I love
it's
it
called
so
the
much.
Screw Your Neighbor 2 Seats to the Left tournament. That's what it's called.
You're gonna need to start putting cards.
Vagabond's Edge, Vloggers game is coming up here 2 days from now, 48 hours from now. I better see you here on the stream, buddy. You don't want to miss it. I believe there's 2 salads now next to our seats 7 and 8 over there, so super GTO in the section. Watch out, guys. Salads are definitely going to help you out in your game here at Stones. It's science. It's proven.
Folds around to Zach M in the small blind, who raises it up to $200 with Queen 8 offsuit. Dante does not defend with Jack 6, and Zach will scoop a big blind.
Taking a look here on Resident Big Stacks, Kyle K and Brandon W both up there, pretty damn close to 10K, and third place not far behind him at 8.9K. As we like to needle Jake, we call him the chip leader in the cash game. Vagabond says there's no max buy-in.
No max buy-in
because
tonight.
it is limit and the bets are essentially capped. Yeah, you can buy in for $11 million.
And you're winning now.
I know it is. I said I didn't want to play, right? Oh, we're getting a kilo game. There's like 50 on it.
Instant raise from Earl there. Zero hesitation.
BJ Limpson under the gun with Ace 4 diamonds. Brandon limps King Jack. Earl raises up Ace Queen.
Everybody wants some.
And I won't sit in the 1-3 game. That's just like under fire.
Sweet little pot going to the flop here. Boom. 4-7 Jack here, couple of clubs. Flush draw and top pair for
Wow,
Dante.
this is good. This is going to be our first big action flop.
yeah.
Dante flops top pair flush draw. Brandon flops a better top pair. And did everyone check the flop?
I think so. 8 peels, which actually gives Dante a straight draw with his top pair and flush draw.
Dante bets out $200. And
Instant raise
Brandon
for
raises.
And that's because they all check the flop, so you kind
Yep.
of expect to see that there.
You just go to Twitch and then find the
Dante's like, okay, I'm coming there. And wow, Brick City, Brandon is going to hold. That's a case of what I call too many outs.
Wow.
Too many outs for Dante.
He needed a 9, a 10, or a 10, with a 9-10 club.
Yeah.
And we'll see if Brandon's going to go for light value. He is.
And because everybody checked on the flop, I wouldn't be surprised to see Dante just make a call here. He's never raising. But the pot value, and this is what we're talking about, right? So pot size versus value. Okay, does he have it? Does he really not have it? It's $200 into $2,000.
Yeah.
You put 10 to 1 on your money. Like, you're like, am I really going to let him like blow me off this when we all check the flop?
And that's a perfect example
it's
of
tough
going.
It's tough to fold.
Sorry, that's a perfect example there of going for the light value on the river. Super important these limit games as we're talking about earlier.
all the time. So
Brandon gets that extra 200 that Dante just can't let go of.
I'd be very surprised if he's
And on top of winning the pot, he's just going to take chips from the player left to his right.
trying to get Michael Loncar out of
Exactly. 11K now for Brandon. Wow, solid pot. Drugs are bad. K asks, are you allowed to tank for 15 to 20 seconds in limit, or do you get yelled at pretty quick? You know, you're allowed to get tank in any game you play. I think the general rule, and correct me if I'm wrong, when it comes to tanking is, if you're a player who just does it every hand, even when you're folding, even when you have garbage or whatever, just don't overuse it, right? I mean, you have decisions. Poker's, it's a mental game. Sometimes you have choices, but the majority of the time, though, it's pretty obvious in your head what you're going to do. This isn't like final table, main event, World Series of Poker, ESPN. You don't have to tank. Our dealers aren't going to wait to put out the flop for 5 minutes. Like, it's not that dramatic. You know what I mean? Just when you have a big decision, that's fine. Otherwise, don't worry about it. You know?
Yeah, there's really never too much tanking in a limit game.
General rule of thumb, like in life, just don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Ooh, big flop for Jeff here. Ace 9 high here, but nut flush diamond draw. I love our chat. Guys, if you haven't signed up for a Twitch account and hopped in our chat is pretty much the best ever, so definitely recommend hopping in and saying hi.
Jeff bets the flop. Dante calls with ace queen high. Jeff's going to fire again the turn, and Dante is not going anywhere as if he has x-ray vision
Oh
with
my
his ace queen of
God.
spades.
Wow.
Still has the best hand. If he was calling the whole way here, you got to continue. Don't do it.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh. And honestly, you know what I think partly weighs on his decision is he just blew off the last 200 to the other
A
guy.
little steamy a little
Yeah,
bit.
when he
Doesn't
had
want to go over premium pre-flop
Yeah, it's
hands.
just like, I can't be blowing off all these small bets, which in this case was rough. If only I could read minds, but it was such a quick call on the turn, too. I can't believe Jeff fired that again, but then again, it was a perfect river card to do it, because if you bet the turn and rep that card, and that card board pairs on the river. Hey, Barber, get down here, buddy. Hop in. I love it. Guys, here at Stones Live, we love setting money on fire. If you have some money that you'd like to set on fire or maybe extinguish and add more money to,
come on
down. We're located right here in Citrus Heights, right off Highway 80. You can't miss us, just outside Sacramento, California. Or in this case, Stackramento.
Yes.
Or for some of these players, Stuckramento.
The way we had it, or you went with Sprite?
The way we had it. Okay. What was it? Soda water.
Earl looking down at 10s under the gun. Definitely going to see an open raise here to 200. There it is.
Same thing.
Folds around to Tony G, who's going to 3-bet to 300 on the button with... Dun, 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 dun.
Survey says... I'm guessing jacks are better. Oh, wow, look at that flop. I'm guessing some of that is my guess.
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Oh, wow, and it gets through. Instant bet from Earl gets through.
What was the action there on the flop? I missed that.
Earl insta-fired and Tony folded.
Yo, what's up? TJ in the house.
Phil Helmuth, this is the first time we actually ran a high limit game like this on the stream. When I say high limit, I'm so used to being like, okay, it's just a high limit, right? I feel like you should put that, because we've ran plenty of high limit, no limits,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But this is the first time we've done a high limit. Alright, Jeff, Queen Jack. I felt like he almost had the insta-fold posture there. I was like, what are you doing, Jeff? What are you doing?
He decides to limp in with Queen Jack.
Jeff just got back from vacation. I think he's just trying to pay for those the airfare, that all-inclusive life.
BJ raises the button to 200.
Earl's got 8s.
Earl gets in there with 8s.
Oh, wee! Everybody's got a piece of that. It's the action tracker's a little drunk. He's catching up. So it looks like the best hand is BJ's king right now.
BJ bets and takes it down with the best hand.
Pickety bam.
Players card or to a gift card issue, and then
They never done that before. I've done that almost every time.
so once you get 27 on your card card, you convert it to a gift card. Wow. You want to do that?
Thank you.
So far, this game is everything I was hoping it would be. I was like, dude, I think this game is gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be action, and yeah, that's pretty much what we're seeing.
Yeah, it's definitely good action. Yeah, I was talking to a friend earlier about this game, and I was, man, I hope this game is not one of those limit games where it's just heads up and lots of small pots. That's definitely not the case here so far.
And I mean, the deck is also cooperating too. The deck is just throwing out some gnarly, like, hey, what's up, man? I'll give you a piece, you get a piece, you get a piece. Avoid the 9 to 5. I like your username. No, this game does not spread regularly. This is something special we set up, but it's definitely sweet so far.
Tony G raises from the hijack to 200 with ace-9 offsuit. Brandon defends the button with jack-9 suited. Oh, excuse me, Brandon re-raises the jack-9.
Those little one-gapper suited, it's going to be fun. Tony does spike the ace. Oh, and he connects there with the jack on the turn. And let's see what Tony does. So Tony checks the turn. He's just in check call mode. Wants to be in the minimum here. I don't think he wants to get check raised.
River goes check, check. Tony G scoops.
And this is one of those scenarios where in these higher limit games, I think a lot of times where you have like ace mediocre kicker or ace no kicker, you can afford to look people up, whereas in a no-limit game, people always put you to the test with that, right?
It's gonna hurt you too much.
You're like,
yeah.
you might have an ace, but you probably have like ace 4, ace 6, ace rag, and like, I'm gonna blow you off it with a huge bet, whereas this, you're like, whatever, you know, it's one more bet. So there's so many different elements to limit game in general.
Not much. But once you came in for 2 and he makes it 3, shrinks that up pretty fucking quick. The chances I'm ahead of both are pretty.
Mountain O chips, the chip wall there.
And looks like BJ is going to open the action. Seat 6 with King Jack again. I think that's like the 19th time he's had King Jack tonight already.
Does he ever fold or does he just hold on over the next hand?
I think he's just hanging on his cards.
That's fair.
The wolf gets in there from the small blind of 5s, and we're going heads up to the flop.
Wow, Queen Jack 3, all hearts, both players with a heart.
Big flop for BJ.
Yeah, BJ just outflopped the world there.
And the wolf is getting a little frisky with the 5 high flush draw.
Top pair pairs the board, neither player with a queen. 5 on the river. Oh, wow, the wolf.
Wow.
Oh, he rivers the 2 outer of
I believe the
Dante.
turn went check.
Yeah.
That's where he lost the pot. You got to bet that turn there, and the wolf is going to fold.
And you saw that smile from BJ like, oops, my bad.
In there, that 5 getting on there.
I told you.
Wherever they're starting to peel over. Where's the peel over? Right there. Oh, they're starting. I just saw one.
Jeffrey. LOL will fold in the turn there.
Let me show you. As they bring me the rack.
Pocket Abe's in the house. What's going on, buddy? Always a pleasure to see you.
I should just leave my chips here and buy other chips up there. Just
We're just here spewing 1K pots. Glad you could tune in.
oh my god, not with the name right.
Earl's coming in for a raise here with pocket 8s.
Jeff defends with the weak ace from the big blind.
Oh, 8 right in the window. Let's not even give him a sweat. Just put it right in the window.
And Jeff decides to check call the flop with ace high.
Oh, Jeff does have a heart backup. This could be sick.
Earl bets the turn with his middle set. And Jeff knows better to fold the ace 5 on the turn.
What do you, I mean, you're drawing for a heart that's no good. I mean, you don't know that, but I mean, you're never calling it. I love it. Sack 1 Kings. Everybody gets a set. I picture Oprah like, and you get a set, and you get a set, and you get a set. Everybody gets a set.
Poker is rigged.
And this actually, I love it. Look, he's trying. Did you guys see that? Wolf was trying to rack up his chips. Earl took the racks out of his hand and just threw them.
Sorry, man.
Yes.
I really was trying to rack
Stone's
up.
like, well, you don't get up.
You cannot leave this game.
We're here to play. Baby. I love
I'll be
it.
here for a few more minutes. But
Yeah,
apparently,
he said one more orbit. Sorry, I'll go grab him.
hey, and apparently I'm gonna be here for
That's one way
one
to get
more
someone to
order.
stay at the table.
You literally cannot rack out. You physically have no racks for you. And Earl with the super speed quick bet here. Brandon pops it with 6s. Earl repops with 10s. This could get juicy. Why do I feel that's gonna like set up a set flop here? Oh, and Kyle with deuces, he lets it go. Jeff with ace queen. But it's 250 more. You're facing a raise and a 3-bet. I can't fault Jeff for letting that go.
Out of position.
You know, out of position against 2 aggressive players. You know it's only going to get more expensive from
You don't
there.
want seat 4?
Wow, nobody flops a set, but that's not exactly a super wet
I
board
am now if
here.
you're on my left.
So check, bet, call.
Yeah,
3 on the
I just
turn.
told
Both
the
players, I
fucking
think, are
CD.
just hoping their pairs are good.
I just told Ben I wanted to.
Earl with just the lightning slinky snap bet.
The slinky bet. The slinky snap bet.
Oh, wow. God, of course.
Earl's loving life.
Oh my God, I love it. And he bets on So Earl basically tries to ship it all in, but the other guy's like, no, you're just raising me once. I'm not trying to put all my stuff in.
So Brandon bet the river.
Yeah.
Earl raises to 400.
Earl with just that snap arm on a
Earl
string.
just praying to God that Brandon has a flush. He gets the payoff.
Earl's arm on a spring. He's like, go gadget bet. Nailed it.
It's 8 or 9 hand. Yeah, then I want you.
Oh no, bring those racks. Bring those out.
And that's the funny thing about, you know, you get these experienced players, you're playing these limit games, like you talked about, like, you know, what we talked about earlier, do you tank in a limit game? Well, some players might, and then you just get Earl, who just,
Snap decisions.
if you're gonna bet, he beats you into the pump with the chips. Like, he's just on point. Like, he already knows what he's doing.
Because we've hammered down in the basement, I let him win a 5.
Oh, I'm stuck. All right. Stuck over. Yeah, I'm stuck over 1,000. Still.
Earl and Brandon talking, and Earl's like, yeah, I know, it was already ahead, but that 10 was just like ridiculous. Just ridiculous for me.
Whatever. If I bust you, you'll get more chips. I'll tell you that right now. If I bust
My
you.
credit in the cage is probably real good.
Oh yeah. Well, then you can go.
JB Frick says, you must snap raise to put fear into the hearts of your opponents.
Game that I want to have to go and say, hey, I just
Strike fear into your enemies.
Yeah, you were already cursing yourself out.
I think if we actually had a speed poker game where like whoever acted the fastest had some sort of bonus, clearly Earl wins that hands down. There's no other player who's gonna win that one.
Then I'll have to have enough stack to go with. I can earn some gold. The same pot.
135 to come in.
No, there's 5-5. 5-5. It doesn't look like so far. It looks like the 5.
There's greens and whites here, right?
And then you got Jeff, who's like the exact opposite of Earl. He's like, I'm just gonna put in a little raise.
Nice and slow, we're chilling.
Earl's like, I already re-raised you 7 times. What do you do, man? Boom. All right, so Jeff does connect with his 10. Ace high for Zach.
Jeff checks.
Blow up, Ben. Your invitation is in the mail digitally, and boom, you got it. Come on down, play this game.
How about you just ask me to deal you in on your button?
And the question, are they paying time collection or are they dropping every hand?
I'm
not sure.
Actually, I don't know. Oh, they are doing a drop game.
And interesting spot here. Zach is just barreling. Bets the river with ace high. Jeff with third pair. Trying to decide. Nope. Wow. Zach takes it down. Power of aggression.
And there it is. Ghostman, put that in the chat. If you do want to get on this game, guys, you can do it right there. You can text or call that number, or you can just email Jay Caritis. If you text or call that number, you'll probably get an instant response if you want to hop in this game. So just shoot him a call.
You have even sessions and winning sessions, right? We don't talk about this. Yeah, they don't lose. I don't remember about those. I don't win, so I have a lot of time.
Sunny 8644, what's going on? Yes, you are watching a 5100 no limit game. Or limit game. Hey-o. I'm like, wait. This just escalated so quickly.
A lot of luck.
Alright, so the Wolf limps in with 10-8 suited. Jeff decides to limp in with King 10 offsuit. And Zach raises up to 200 with Jack 10 suited.
Same position.
Looks like we're probably going to go 3 ways to the flop.
That same week when I 25-50 plus games, I got crushed. It didn't really matter, but it was like the sickest.
King Queen 4.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff flops top pair. Zach in position as the pre-flop raiser flops the open-ended straight draw. And he's going to bet it. Excuse me, looks like Jeff bet 100. Zach calls.
Zach comes along.
Zach looking for an ace or a 9 on the turn. And Jeff decides to check. Zach decides to take a free card. Bricks it.
Jeff's check there might have indicated, since Zach was the original pre-flop aggressor, that he could be outkicked, possibly King Queen, Ace King, King Jack, something like that. Jeff decides to play it safe and check call mode, and he is good.
I'm coming. Let me know when we're ready. I'm not coming over there with 3 players. All right.
Jimmy Blove in the house. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back, my friend.
I'm gonna be there. I gotta play through my button. I'll play through my button.
9to5poker.com. Love the logo.
Oh yeah?
Ben, I need a night. Big blind.
Avoid the 9 to 5, play poker, which really means play poker even longer than you would be working in the 9 to 5, because you love it. Once again, guys, 48 hours from now, this vlogger game will be 100% live with you. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Don't miss it. All the regulars you know and love from the online streaming world will be in the house.
Kyle K opening up. Just $200 pre-flop here with Ace Jack. Run of the gun +2.
They like me because they like me.
And scoops it.
Easy game, guys. Bet it and win it.
Easy.
Poker's easy. So easy.
unlock limit holder 12 years.
Haven't played limit holding in 12 years.
Over under on how many times a day you'll hear the word sick in a poker room. So ridiculous. So sick. Oh, sick. So sick. Sick game. Oh, so sick. How sick is that? You hear it all the time.
7 times an hour?
At least.
Something like that?
At least. Once every 10 minutes is super fair. I would probably actually take the over on that.
Probably.
Without breaking
That's
the
probably
rules.
right.
Because that bet is sick. You guys, there's what we're talking about.
Yes, there it is. September
Monday,
4th.
September 4th, noon. You have no excuse. All you
Oh my
late
God, I can't wait
risers
for
can
that.
even make it. Just make sure you don't have a guy like this at your table winning every pot, because that's going to make it awkward.
Oh, I can't wait for that tournament.
Or at least make sure he's directly on your left, so you're always in right one off the button.
Oh, that's gonna be so awesome.
Ace, Queen, Jack here, couple of hearts. Jeff connects with his Jack. He's got the best of it.
You got 4s?
Donald Trump's meat rocket. Always a pleasure. Can't forget that username.
There's gonna be a lot more bluffing in that tournament. Just to win the button.
Just to win the button. Oh, so sick. Like I said, it's such a favorable way. Like, you already want to win the pot.
Yeah.
You already want to win the blinds and antes. And now, on top of all that, they're like,
Oh,
oh,
it's
and
gonna
we're
be
going to
so
give you
great.
position.
Oh, it's gonna be so great.
It's just levels on levels, right? It's like when you're playing a good juicy cash game and then they add in like another layer, like the 7 deuce game or something.
Yeah.
And somebody 3 bets you or 4 bets you, and you're like, do you have aces or 7 deuce? You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you're like, what are we doing?
Oh, it's gonna be awesome. I know where I'm gonna be on September 4th.
Yeah. So taking a look at stack size, it's still super healthy. 3 players over 9K, followed by Earl with about 7 grand there. Slycry, I believe this is the first time we've laid out this game, but with how it's going so far and the attention that we're getting, I mean, I see a lot of players in the chat who I know are serious players who definitely want to be in this game. So when we start to do it again and we start to organize a game like this in the future, I'm sure we'll be able to tweet it out, we'll let players know in advance, and we'll get a solid lineup for it, you know what I mean? Plenty of wait lists going on, you know. Because this isn't one of those games where somebody walks in, they're like, oh, that's cool, what's that? I'll play because I happen to have 10 grand in my pocket. It's not, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, cool.
That's a nice problem to have.
You kind of need to like set up, you'd be like, okay, I'm coming here for this game, you know?
And BJ opens up here with Ace Queen, and Kyle K 3 bets on out of the small blind with Ace King suited. And wow, there it is, the Ace High flop. But BJ does flop a flush draw.
Wow.
Almost a coin flip here if you look at the percentages of the hands.
So 5 pairs the board on the turn. No diamond for BJ.
Bink.
Bink it. And that's the card that Kyle definitely doesn't want to see, and he knows it. And he's in check call, and he says, yes, whatever, I know it. Before you even flip it over, loud noises, I'm angry.
And Jimmy Bluffett just asked in the chat, someone tell me about the Dream Seat Challenge. The Dream Seat Challenge is Mike Postel's game. It's going to be here on Stones Live. We're thinking around end of August 23rd. It's going to be a $5,200 buy-in, and it's a fusion of a tournament and a cash game. There's 100 million rules to the game. It's going to be very, very interesting.
I was going to say, I don't know if we're supposed to spoil it all quite yet, but you definitely want to tune in for it.
I'm going to leave it at that.
I think we're going to get some details out, but
I'm gonna leave it at
it's
that.
going to be like something you've
going to be an awesome game.
You've never seen it before.
Okay.
You've never seen, right?
It's very unique. I think everyone's going to love it. I'm planning on playing in it. I'm going to shut up now.
Oh, no, we're good. Apparently it's
okay, here we go.
it's open.
Okay.
Guys, so there you go. No, link.
Dang, I thought I was in trouble, man.
you're
Yeah, you got me sweating a little bit
Don't worry
right
about it. Dream Seat, so it is posted there. Link in the chat for how that works. But like you said, it's going to be a hybrid of cash, tournament, eliminations, like mixed poker with Survivor, with cash game, with tournament.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
Super rad.
I thought I was in trouble for a second.
It was good. Honestly, you gave just enough to tease him anyways at that point, so you were perfect. You're good.
Yeah, we'll definitely have more details about that in the next coming weeks here.
And from what I understand, you guys did a little trial run of it.
Yes.
Like on a smaller scale, and how'd that go? Pretty sweet.
It was great, yeah. I took second place. And,
so you loved it.
I loved it. I played it twice now. I took second place both times, and
Nice.
I love the format. It's amazing.
Sweet. Well, again, that's what we're talking about. When you take traditional poker tournaments and you add these tweaks and these levels and these layers to it, it just makes it that much more entertaining and fun and interesting to play.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, as far as I understand, Chris Moneymaker, he'll be playing in the first episode. It's gonna be great.
Why not?
Yeah.
Because reasons. In fact, half these players on this table already have the buy-in for it, so let's rock. Three bet here by 9. It's got pocket pairs like every hand on this board, it seems.
Earl gets a little feisty and raises up King 7.
Zach 4-bets with jacks.
And this is not a good flop for Kyle here. 9's definitely continuing to the turn.
Kyle does that position. Oh, that's going to seal it up.
That'll lock it up for Zach. Zach's 11 left right now, just hoping Kyle is not going to hit the fold button. And this is that crucial part of the hand. I mean, if you call this turn, you almost have to call the river. If it's a blank river, that's $400 down the tubes if you're wrong. And Kyle makes the right choice and saves the money.
Good lay down, Kyle.
Good lay down, Kyle.
So yeah, guys, if you're just tuning in, the green chips are $25 chips, the white chips are hundreds, and the reds are $5 chips.
I can ask. They stopped doing it.
TXAG98 says, took a look at that dream seat you're talking about. It's a very unconventional tourney rule set. It'll be very interesting to watch how people adjust. I'm super looking forward to it. Yeah, I think it's going to be rad. I might even have to bust out the money suit for that one. I might have to. It might have to happen.
Can they put that on there? Sorry, I just said that one. What about the one next to it?
Looks like Earl opened with a mystery hand and took it down.
Like I said, easy game. Bet it to win it.
Easy game.
Easy money. That's all I want is just walls of green and white chips, right? I mean, is that too much to ask for? That's all I want. I mean, preferably ones that I took from other people and ones that I didn't pay for myself. You ever been stuck in a cash game where people are like, oh, nice job, because you're cashing out like a bunch of money, and you're like, unfortunately, I paid for all of these.
Yes.
I think I'm up $4, and I'm cashing out like $2,000. I'm not happy about it.
That happens all the time in these games here at Stones with the super deep games. Guys cashing out 3-4K and everyone's like, oh my god, you had such a big night. Like, no, actually I lost 2,000 or 3,000. Go screw yourself.
Exactly, yeah. No, this is like the money I gotta go double up on blackjack once real quick before I hit the door.
Heads up to the flop. Both players miss. Jeff C-bets with king high and takes it down. Looks like the wolf found a moment where Earl was looking away and was able to rack up and leave, so we have an open seat if anyone's interested in coming down and playing a little low stakes tonight, just 100, 200.
Earl threw Wolf's racks as fast as he raises people. That's how fast he did that.
So good. Kyle K. Looking at pocket threes under the gun. He's gonna come in for a raise.
God, pairs every hand here, guys. Come to Stones. If you guys like playing pocket pairs, just come on to Stones. Almost half the time we're pretty much hitting sets anyways, so like, just come on down.
Earl defends from the big blind with 10-3 of diamonds.
Brick City for Kyle.
Can I get a bill?
Kyle definitely doesn't like that
And
flop.
look, just insta-raise from Earl.
And Kyle has not gone anywhere.
Oh, wow. I like it. Kyle might
5
have a
of
bit
clubs
of
in the
soul
turn,
here.
giving Kyle a backdoor flush draw, very low flush draw. Earl bets and Kyle calls.
Wow, I
Wow.
love this. I love this. God, if Kyle can actually call this down.
Oh! Okay, it's 10 of clubs. Okay, it's 10 of clubs.
Oh, it is, it is. Oh, no, he checks it. He's going to see it.
Check, check.
No, look.
He's gonna hate Kyle so much right now. Why did you continue in this hand?
Dude, I know. Look, Earl, wow. Wow.
There are lots of thoughts going on in Earl's head right now that he's gonna keep in his head.
God, it's such a sick river too, because it's like you should never be in here, but you got there, but I got there. But
That's
like,
funny.
what just happened? I think both players were like, why did that hand even exist? Why did that run out the way? He's like, I have your 3 out. I hit my 10. It's a club. You're winning.
Earl's like, I have X-ray vision. You're supposed to fold that hand.
Wow. That's hilarious. But you got to give credit to Earl there, who was just snap soul reading his bets.
Yeah.
I mean, he insta raised Kyle, insta jam the turn. Like, I have you, I have you, I have you. You don't have anything. Wow.
Interesting. Yeah.
Oh, there we go, guys. There's the clip of Earl blocking the wolf from leaving the game with the racks. Check it out there in the chat.
Classic. Tony G opens from the hijack to 200 with Jack 10. Opens with a raise.
Open-ended for Tony G there.
Open-ended for Tony G, the pre-flop raiser.
Pair of 9s for Kyle.
Second pair for Kyle. Bet from Tony, full from Earl, and Kyle defends the middle pair. He doesn't know it, but he's ahead right now.
Brick City. I feel like every time there's a random deuce on the turn, it's always Brick City. Brick.
And looks like Kyle is not a believer. Or he has X-ray vision, one of the two. Oh, and there it is. Gin for Tony G.
Disco.
Absolute nuts on the river.
Bingo bango.
Not a good card for Kyle. Bets 200, and Kyle is saying to myself, what can I possibly be here? King high flush draw? Nope.
Yeah,
good fold by Kyle.
Good lay down, Kyle. I love it. Avoid the 9 to 5 says, ballsy 10-3 of diamonds YOLO play.
YOLO.
Just a good old YOLO play.
So good.
Solid cash. Even our short stack at the table still has $3,100. Guys, there it is. Coming up here this next Sunday, 40K player appreciation tournament. Super dope. You win your way into it a million different ways by what you win tournaments, you play hours, you get all this stuff. I think this is also one of the ones that you can direct buy into, I believe.
Yeah.
It's got 3 different levels of tiers. Depending on what tier you qualify at, you can even upgrade yourself for an extra $150 a tier to the top tier. Should be a real fun tournament. Solid. I mean, anytime there's a 40K guaranteed, we always have a solid turnout here.
Yeah. Looks like Brandon opens with 6s, and Earl decides to 3-bet with 7-5 of hearts.
I love Earl is just. We're gonna put Earl in what we've affectionately dubbed the rangeless beast category. You never know what Earl has. He could have kings. He could have 5-7 of hearts.
Great flop for Earl here.
Oh, yeah.
And looks like we have a check call from Brandon. Turn is a king. It goes check, check. River's an ace. Let's see if, nope.
Brandon does not go for that thin value we were talking about. I like Brandon, man. He's been a player who's just not afraid to mix it up. Give me a bunch of money. Let's have some fun. See what happens. I would not be surprised to see Brandon here playing in future streams. You know, bigger limit games.
Yep.
It's funny. Normally we joke around saying that it's a bad thing if they can measure your stack in big blinds, but in this case, not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Speaking of not bad things, guys, $1 million
limit hold'em event. Yes.
Get that money, guys. You come in here, you play limit, you get hours, you make big hands, you get tickets into this drawing. They're gonna pick a single table sit and go, 9 players, guaranteed at least $1,000 and some change, all the way up to $1 million. And the top 3 guys get to pick envelopes from 10 to ace. If you hit a royal, $1 million.
I've played 3 hands in limit hold'em here since that promotion started. I got a full house in my 3rd hand. I've got a ticket in. I've got a possibility for the seat.
I love it.
The dream is alive for $1 million. All right, 4 ways to the flop. Lots of possibilities here with these hands. Tony G still ahead with his jacks on a queen high flop. Earl with second pair. Jeff with a gutter ball. And there it is, Earl Rivers 2 pair, 9s and 10s. And Earl Earl scoops the pot.
Trying to get him.
So E-Barber chimes in, Brandon Wong there. Brandon W is one of the best players around in California. Check it out. He said he had a bracelet, just had to look it up for a little verification. He sure does. He has a bracelet here in 2013 in the $2,500 WSOP 10-game mixed event. He took first for $220K in the bracelet. Solid. There it is again, guys. Vlog game coming up 48 hours from now. Don't miss it. You want to be here. That should be a lot of fun. Catch the action from all the different angles. Who knows? Here, one of those guys even going to have a drone. It's going to be a lot of fun. Nice.
So you get the button next hand. The button will be yours next hand. Yeah, do it. You still have to put the same amount of money in. Just this way you get the button.
Oh, he probably saw it when he saw it.
4 ways to the flop here. Whole lot of nothing for everyone, except actually Jeff has middle pair there. Checks to him on the button, and he rightfully bets his middle pair. Should be good most of the time here. BJ sticks around with a gutter ball, and 2 live cards are also good for a pair. 9 on the turn.
Oh,
Bing, bang, boom.
Binks it.
And BJ's loving life. Looks like he's going to go for a check raise, and Jeff is not loving life right now. He's probably going to see a fold here from Jeff. BJ scoops the pot. And once again, for those of you just joining us, we're playing 100-200 limit here at Stone's Gambling Hall, just outside of Sacramento, California. Bets are capped at $100 increments, pre-flop and flop, and $200 on the turn and river. Wild Child 916, Mikey, welcome to the chat.
Earl, the rangeless beast with that just spring-loaded betting arm right there.
Raise with 7-4 offsuit.
Just insta-bet.
Insta-bet and just
yeah.
get a gay side of fold.
Well, and that's the thing is like insta-bet, right? I mean, I just hope you missed it. Like, and that flop too was super, you know, whatever. If you hit it, you hit it. Otherwise, you're gone.
Yep. Kyle is as nice as Forrest Gump.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think that's the first time I've heard someone being compared to Forrest Gump and it actually being a compliment.
Yeah,
like a
exactly.
genuine compliment.
Yeah. Normally they're like, "What? You
That's a
slow?
new one.
Are you slow, boy?"
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you guys do, but not usually just.
So taking a look at chip counts there, Zach is our current big dog there with 9.6K, right up there with Brandon at 9.5. Again, this is a 1,000 min, no max buy-in, guys. It is limits, so you can buy in for whatever you choose. Which is funny, we talked about this on one of the other streams that, you know, there used to be a couple players notorious for buying into lower limit games just with mountains of chips, just so they could have fun with them. They're basically playing Legos with poker chips, because why not?
I always went to the bar to order one. Yeah. But yeah, you can buy me one.
Yeah, I've seen a few times out of town where guys are buying in for 50, 60K in like 5-10 limit games. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I think JFK Stone's brought up a story where they were doing it just so they could take a bunch of pictures of their stack. And I'm like, I mean, just, I don't know, whatever. Each their own. All right, 8-6 deuce here on the flop. Top pair for Brandon.
Earl turns a 5 and
Straight draw out for Brandon.
snap calls.
Earl takes 0.3 seconds.
Every time.
No, this is not the UK. This is the good old US of A. This is Stone's Gambling Hall, located right outside Sacramento, California. You're watching a 100-200 limit game. If you guys are just tuning in, joining us for the first time, make sure you click that heart and follow us. We're here with you every Monday and Wednesday. Speaking of which, this Wednesday coming up, the Vloggers game. All the poker vloggers, the big guys you know and love online. It's going to be great. There was actually a funny story, I think it was Doug Polk that tweeted it, where somebody said, oh, hey, I love your vlog, to Doug Polk. And Doug Polk was like, oh, thanks. And he's like, oh, no. And then they realized he was talking to Andrew Nemi behind him. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great. All those guys are going to be in the house here on Wednesday. It's going to be sweet. So definitely tune in.
Three ways of the flop here. Earl flops a gutter ball. Dante with the best hand bets out $100. And Earl decides to peel one off for a deuce on the turn. Earl's now drawing to a 6 or a deuce, and there it is. Boom, boom, boom. River's the runner straight.
Man, it's just like, I feel like every time somebody has a straight draw here, it's like, what do you need? Think. There it is.
And Earl bets out. And he is going to hate this.
He's like, check out my 3-5. Boom. Look at that double gutter going to the river. Just banks it. Yeah, it's funny. I like we were both had our own preconceptions about how this game was going to go. There's been no shortage of action, especially with Earl at the table. God, a spring-loaded betting arm. Can we just get that? Can you just go to the store and buy that?
The go-go gadget. Snap, bet, snap, raise arm of Earl.
Go-go gadget, Earl arm, all day. Mr. Optics, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Playing a little 100-200 limit, guys. Taking a look around those chip colors. The greens are 25s, the whites are 100s, and the reds are 5s. No matter what chips, all stacks matter. The taller the towers, the better. Now, speaking of that, is there a rule of thumb on how tall you should really stack your chips on the table, right? Because normally the standard's 20, because that's what a rack is. Some people go 40. Any better? Nah, just make sure they don't fall over.
Just whatever.
I like your style.
If someone stacks it too high, then make sure to knock it over in one way or another.
Very fair. Guys, win the button tournament coming up. That's what just flashed on the screen. Gonna be a lot of fun. Super simple tournament. You win the pot, you win the button. It is going to be
I cannot wait.
Yes. Definitely tune in. Ace 3. Dante does connect with his 3. King high for Earl. And Earl doesn't know what the term check means, so he's going to bet it. Jack on the turn actually gives Earl now a ton of outs. 10 queen or king, brick for everything. Dante does make a boat.
Earl decides to call with king high.
I heard a shot of shoot kettle back there.
Do I look like that guy?
No.
I don't think I look like that guy.
No.
Well, thanks anyways, Pugsley.
I'm like 4. 151. I think I will still be able to see your big pocket pairs coming in.
Proper 3-bet in the house. What's going on, buddy? Welcome.
Do you want me to step and play with you right now?
You want 10 or 9?
Yep, 100-200 limit.
7?
Brandon's going to pop it up to 200 here. Over to Dante with the same hand.
I'm already on vodka.
Yeah, vodka too. Okay, let's do vodka.
And that's how you win with 10 high.
I love he's trying to show it to the cameras. I love it. Brandon's like, look what I got. Hostile 3, no, definitely no straddles going on. We actually talked about that earlier. Definitely no straddles in the 100, 200 game. We feel that it's already big enough. I don't think we need to do like a 100, 200, 300.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I'm down.
If you straddle 3-bet, nobody plays.
That's perfect. Let's do that.
Was it dead?
Yeah, everyone does it. That sounds great.
Obviously, I'm not objecting, so you guys decide.
Everyone does it.
I don't understand it.
Just go.
Let's try one more to see how it works.
Cold, dark, every good.
Yeah, basically, everyone does it. No one gets no better.
One round?
Yeah, we'll do one round.
A lot of table talk going on right now.
Yeah, what's he saying? What's he
You
got?
got 3 blind
Trying to hear it.
There you go. Look at that. I did mine too.
These all, I don't have to do it, so you can't raise it.
Right. Well, no.
You still raise, yeah, we're still playing.
Oh, we're still playing.
But it's not a raise under the gun, it's just a limp under the gun.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that's fine.
So
But
it
you
just,
still
it
raise.
just creates more action because everyone wants to
You can't
attack.
blind, you can't raise. There's no action with it.
That's a
I
great
think they're trying to make this a 3 big blind game. If I'm
Yeah, no, this
It's funny because we're just talking about straddling in the chat.
All right, we can play this.
No. That's why I want to be fair, because I got a really good hand.
My man, all right, my man.
Jack 4 deuce on the flop. Earl does connect with top pair.
Dante bets his 1 over in gutter ball. Check on the turn.
And Earl with that snap bet. Swing arm.
And Dante calls ace high.
He's calling.
Promise, are you here or no?
It's funny, I can actually hear our booth guys in the back saying, like, how is this with the action tracker? You know, like as far as tracking the bet sizing. And it's fast.
Yeah.
It's fast. Obviously, with Earl in the game, it's even faster.
Very fast.
So it looks like Brandon W has breached the 10K mark.
Yeah, if your #1 goal for limit poker is to get in maximum number of hands, make sure you're at Earl's table. Earl will help you out with that.
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna drive.
He'll be like, come on, move, clock. You call the clock before it's even on you. Like I call the clock for that guy. Zeno 11, no, green chips are not 100. Green chips are 25s. White chips are 100s. Reds are 5s. We've just put it there by Nightbot in the chat forum. Guys, if you're just tuning in, maybe you're joining us from the front page, we are playing some 100, 200 limit hold'em here. This is at Stone's Gambling Hall, located right outside Sacramento, California. We're here with you spewing cash game action every Monday and Wednesday night, including a really fun vloggers game coming up this Wednesday, so make sure you click that heart and follow us.
There's an automatic.
Mine was outlaid.
okay.
I got you. I found you. I went through.
And if you are just tuning in and maybe new to poker, guys, this is not a tournament. This is full-on cash. So when you see the stacks at 7,200, 7.2K, 8.2K,
Real money.
Real money. It's not like, you know, I'm like, oh, the guy bet $8 million. Like, what's tournament chips? It's a little different. This is actual cash money. Everybody's sitting with these stacks in front of them. Like, once again, the white chips are $100 chips, the greens are $25 chips, and the reds are 5s.
Okay.
Action over to Dante. I think he's going to raise it up like 200 again.
Under the gun next.
Quick call
Because
from
his action
Brandon.
doesn't make it like, put 300 in.
Saw a little pot brewing, 900 in the pot, going to the flop.
Oh, and BJ is loving life.
Ooh,
Top
flops the
2
world.
pair, rainbow flop. Looks like Kyle K is the only other possible hand that could continue in there.
No, I was thinking, I was like, man, that's a bingo card. Bingo card game.
Is that right? Don't 7-8 suited? I'm trying to figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, that's right. But he fired and then got raised and made the call, and now he's running for the hills. Just wants to see if he, you know, maybe
Can turn that perfect backdoor draw.
Think something like a fun spade, like a 9 of spades or something on the turn. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, he's gone. Slycry says, I'm pretty sure there are people driving up to Stones right now to get on the list for this game. It's actually easier than that, guys. If you can just download the Stones Gambling Hall app to your phone, Android or Apple, download right to your phone. It's free in the App Store and Google Play Store. You can hop right on the list remotely. You don't even need to drive down. You don't even need to call. Oh, shots at the table. This game just got looser. This game
As a general rule, the more drinking there is at the table, the more table talk there is at the table, the better the game. This table tonight exemplifies those two things. There's first shot around the table here. There's been lots of table talk. There's been lots of action.
This game just gained.
There is a seat open.
Yep.
There is a seat open. Let me say that again. There's a seat open if you want to come down and play.
Booze and thousands of dollars, guys. Come on down.
No big deal.
Easy money. Bet it and win it. Fun hands. Dante with kings.
Dante looking down at the Kyle K.
Like the Cali kids.
Raises up to 200 pre-flop. And Brandon is 3-betting to 300 with 8s. Expect to see a 4-bet here from Dante. And there it is.
Boom.
Caps it to 400. Brandon's only option is to call 100 more, and to the flop we go.
Super fun pot brewing. Oh! Set for Brandon, overpair for Dante. This could get ugly. And of course, Brandon's just going to flat call here. He knows he's got Dante at this point. Second.
He's going to put the raise in here on the turn.
Yep. Because the turn you guys can bet double.
Dante bets 200. Here's the 400 from Brandon. Wait for it. Wait for it. Let me take 5 seconds here. Oh, there's my 400.
Dropped with such style. Dante's like, crap.
Dante recognizes the coordinated turn that here comes here. Kind of feel that he's beat, but he cannot go anywhere.
It's sick. He's like, you could have a spade draw, hoping maybe just a spade draw. Yeah, there it is. 10 on the turn. And he's in check call mode, I would imagine.
He checks and calls, and much to his dismay,
once he sees the first 8, he knows what the other card is. He's like, yeah. You're never calling a 4-bet pre with like ace 8. You know what I mean? It's never. Once again, the urban legend of kings at stones are never good. Apparently, the only guy who can win with them is Kyle. Kyle's the only guy who can win with kings, but that's because it's his initials. So
it's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
Oh, with the first back, the dead one.
How many sets? God, I swear to God, we've seen like what?
There's been a lot of sets.
Like 6, 7, 8 sets already. I mean, beast.
You just one shot round. The guy who bought the shot, he's gonna pay for it.
Little table talk. Looks like we've got table shot number 2 coming up.
Oh man. A lot of times what they'll do is the next player to win a pot over X amount buys shots for the table. Well, especially at this limit, right? I mean, any pot you win, what shots are going to be like, what, $50 or something? I mean, come on. It's a small blind.
Yeah.
Shots are the small blind. I paid the small blind twice. Well, what does it matter?
No biggie.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jake.
And nice multi-way pot here. Looks like Brandon 3-bet to 300 on the button. With ace-jack of spades. Kyle K gets in there with the best hand with ace-queen. Zach M king-queen. Dante 8-9. Oh, wow, and here we go.
Oh, yeah. Queen 8-7. Queen for
Top
Kyle.
for Kyle.
Yeah.
Next best for Zach. Second pair for Dante, who's riding the short stack. Backdoor possibilities for Brandon.
I was going to say, let's put a spade on the turn for Brandon. Let's give everybody a little piece of it. 6 of spades on the turn for the Alto sweat.
And we've got a bet 100 from Kyle, a raise from Zach. Dante is getting in there riding the short stack. He's riding this one out, looks like. Kyle just decides to flat. Turn is the jack of clubs, giving Dante a few more outs. Kyle K checks the best hand. Zach bets 200. Dante calls, praying to God the river is going to come at 8, 9, or 10. And Kyle is going to call. To the river we go. To 7. Zach has every reason to believe he's got the best hand now. With queens up. Kyle checks. Zach bets 200. Dante definitely knows he's beat.
Solid pot.
And Kyle calls and wins with the notched ace queen. Or should I say notches with ace queen?
Yeah, just another little 3K pot.
No big deal.
No biggie. Just throwing out thousands. Later, Jimmy Bluffett. Thanks for joining us, bud.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everyone in the chat. Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. Once again, if you haven't clicked that heart, make sure you click that and follow us. Click the little notification button. Not only do we stream cash games every Monday and Wednesday, but also our big fun tournaments like the Win the Button tournament that obviously you're ready to win the Win the Button tournament.
I'm ready for that, yeah.
Speaking of fun tournaments, guys, 40K player appreciation coming up. Very cool. It's this Sunday. It's going to be an absolute blast. Definitely get in here. 3 different tiers. Even if you haven't played enough to qualify, you can direct buy in. Definitely don't want to miss it. Always solid turnouts for those.
And looks like, here we go. I don't know if Zach...
Oh, it's a straddle.
Zach's putting in... It's not a straddle. He's putting in another big blind. I think they're talking about doing a 50, 100, 100 here for a little bit. So let's see if this starts it.
Why not? Well, it's already starting the action. 5750 followers, right on. We'll break 5800 tonight. Who doesn't want to see some 100, 200? And Kyle puts in a raise with 10s. Talk about maximum value here. Look at this pot. 6 players, $200 each. Let's get funky. Let's go 1200 to the flop.
Here we go. 1200 in the middle. 5 players. 6 players. Lots of possibilities. Always open hands here for a big pot. 6, 6, 7. Earl flops an open ender. Zach flops top pair. Kyle K with the over pair. There's gonna be some action here.
Let's have some fun. Kyle just fires out the 100.
Zach calls.
Earl's gonna make the call.
Earl's definitely gonna call. Queen on the turn. Zach turns the backdoor flush draw.
Zach loves his hand.
Check to Zach. Zach bets. Earl calls. Kyle K, what to do? Call. River's the 8, giving Zach 2 pair that is no good to Kyle K's 10s and 6s.
But makes the straight for Earl.
Oh, but Earl gets there with the 4-5.
What a beast. I would not be surprised to see Earl's super
Kyle K.
Oh, they all checked it over to Earl. They checked it over to Earl. Earl bet.
Oh,
Kyle
I
makes
see.
the call. And it's such a sucker overcall for Zach. Like, it's such a setup.
Yeah.
Like, please call, and you can't. Zach makes a good lay down there.
So sick.
Oh, so sick. That's what we're talking about. You always hear that term in the poker room. Guys, once again, thanks for joining us. I see a couple of you coming in there from the front page. You are watching a 100-200 limit game here at Stone's Gambling Hall, located right outside Sacramento, California. There's take a look at the chip stacks. Our big dog now, Brandon, with approaching 11K. This is not your average small home game. Make sure you click that heart and follow us. We do this every Monday and Wednesday for you. This Wednesday coming up, we got a sweet vloggers game. It should be lots of fun from lots of different angles. And we also broadcast fun tournaments. Always fun. Chat is a big part. I will, like I said before, and I'll say it again. I'll throw it out to our guys in the chat. Our people who participate in the chat are generally a lot of fun. And our chat, I see a lot of the same guys in here, and we talk game strategy, we talk theory, we talk tells. Lots of fun. So again, always a pleasure. You guys are a big part of the show, so thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Back to the action.
Earl can't even stack his chips from the last spot fast enough. He just got towers of green. Guys, greens are $25, whites are hundreds, reds are 5s.
I don't have to, but I kind of have to on the
Dante limps in with 4s from under the gun. Kyle K decides to use his position and it raises to 200 on the button with 6-7 offsuit. And we're going 3 ways to the flop. 8-6-3. Kyle K flops the best hand. Bets 100. Jeff is not going anywhere with the Ace Jack High. Dante's staying in there with the 4s. Kyle K still with the best hand now. Third pair and a gutter ball.
And King of Hearts on the river. Kyle with the check mark with a 6, but yeah, you can't.
Nah, you
just,
definitely
you got a lot of showdown value there. You're just gonna check, flip it, hope you're good. That's pretty much where you're at. That's spot.
Kyle loves to scoop that with that run.
Oh yeah, please. You're like all day. Let's put all overs and complete a backdoor flush. Oh, you think my pair is still good? I'll take it. I'll take it. So guys, some people asking about the delay. Some players do watch the stream on their phone and they're like, isn't that cheating? No, it's not. So what we do is we are 100% live with you guys here in the chat. We're all watching the same footage. The footage itself is about 20 minutes old, 20 minutes delayed footage. So we're live with you, 100% live. This footage is 20 minutes in the past. So does that make us from the future?
I think we are technically time travelers.
I was just gonna say, did we just become time travelers? Yes!
Back to the Future is real.
You guys are time traveling with us. They don't have hoverboards here yet. I'm kind of disappointed.
I'm so disappointed. 2017, no hoverboards?
But they did make a small run of the auto lacing shoes, so that's cool.
I want that.
I know, I do.
So bad. How much are they now? Like,
well, you know what?
$2,700.
Well, they were doing a charity thing to benefit the Michael J. Fox Foundation. You bought tickets into it, so whoever got them, whatever they want to sell them for. So go to eBay and open up the checkbook. Harrison W1, what's going on? I believe most players bought in for the 2 to 5K range, something like that.
I'm trying to remember. You're the one that had the Converse Back to the Futures, I think?
I do. Yeah.
Sick. Those are filthy.
I found a little shop online.
Oh my gosh, I want those so bad. The Back to the Future
great.
Chuckers.
They're
They're
great.
so sick.
They're great. Honestly, they're so nice, and like I haven't even. When I wear them, I want it to be like a super special occasion because I don't want to get them dirty. Like those are not your.
You're not wearing them out to the bar or to everything like that. No, hell no.
All right, so over to Brandon here. You raised some King Queen Dante with the mystery hand. 3 bets up to 300.
No. 9 of hearts. It's fine then. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Wow, Queen High board all hearts. Brandon does like top pair.
You want that half.
Wow, and Brennan's not going anywhere. Does not believe Dante that he has. Oh, he was all in. He's a short set, excuse me.
Boom. He's like, whatever the heart. He might play the board. If neither player has a heart, if Dante doesn't have a heart, they're gonna play the board and chop this up. Watch Dante will have like the 3 of hearts. Ace. What? Did he? What?
Dante bet a small amount and Brandon folded?
I think so. Wow, what a gift. Super solid.
Michael McFly and Dr. Justin.
We'll take it, dude. Boom.
That's awesome. Dr. Justin who? That's good.
Get the flux capacitor in here. If only we had the 1.21 gigawatts to get it going, you know?
Maybe there'll be a big hand here and we'll have a bolt of lightning from that.
Yes.
Yeah, when I went to the beach, I was going to drive like 30 whatever you want.
When somebody gets river, we'll just yell "Great Scott." Just top it off.
This is the welcome everybody. If you're just tuning in, this is the Back to the Future special edition of the 100-200 limit game here at Stones.
Yes, just Back to the Future 1 and 2. Just ignore that third Western one.
No, that's come on.
All right, looks like Dante's coming along. Man, great all in for Dante. Definitely got it all back. Look at that, 3.5K now for Dante.
Nice.
King 5 on the flop.
Oh wow, Tony G and BJ both flopping the trips. This should be a big pot. Dante even with 2 pair. He's chipping in a little bit of money here, and looks like BJ raises.
Battle of the Kings.
Tony calls. 9 of hearts on the turn.
Gives actually extra heart potential too for BJ.
And check.
Oh, and a jack on the river fills up BJ. The best got better.
Tony G still checks. BJ bets. Tony's definitely gonna pay it off. Interesting check on the turn. I was not expecting that.
So last thing I'll say about it, but one of my favorite scenes in Back to the Future is when he gets up and he plays Johnny B. Good on the guitar on stage and just rips it. Love it. Love it. JFK Stones chimes in, fun fact, Michael Loncar is a male model, hashtag blue steel. It's really the blue steel hat. There it is. There it is.
No. Blue steel. Blue steel poker face.
I'm a merman. PP Doodoo, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining. Great username.
PP Doodoo.
Straight up. Ending life, we decided to mix it up. Throw in a little high limit game. You are watching a 100-200 limit game here, guys. Those green chips are 25s, white chips are 100s.
How great is that? You know that new limit game you've been looking for? Well, listen to this.
Boom! Hold
Back
the
to the
phone
Future
out.
quote.
Yes. JV Frick.
JV Frick, you're the man.
For the win.
That's the best.
Boom.
So far, yes.
Queens for Zach. He's gonna pop it up. BJ waking up with 5s over there.
And small pocket pairs have been flopping a set like 100% tonight, so BJ's definitely gonna win this hand.
100%.
It says 2% there because the 5's been folded, but it's really 99%. Don't let the odds fool you.
The deck was a little drunk. It was actually supposed to be 5-5 there on the board.
Exactly. Yeah.
Service on 11.
Zach calls, and BJ knows his 5 is coming, so obviously he's gonna call. And Zach bets 200 in the dark.
And BJ, it looks like BJ raised, and Zach does make the call here. Brick City on the turn. BJ checks over to Zach, and Zach bets.
Okay, excuse me, I was wrong there. BJ calls.
King on the river.
BJ checks.
And Zach's gonna go for value all day here. I don't think BJ's ever gonna check a hand that Zach can't beat.
And these are those spots we're talking about, these $200 decisions on the river. These add up at the end of the night. So you gotta be really good on your reads, you gotta be disciplined. Don't fall too far into the, oh, I gotta pay here, pay this off.
Yeah, because
if you know your beat, then fold your hand. This is limit poker. All those little spots add up.
Exactly, because you're always getting odds.
Yeah.
You're always getting odds. And
Always
that's the sick
getting
part, is so you really have to go with your gut. You're like, you know what, I'm no good here, I gotta let it go.
You know, obviously it's not so much the odds, but this hand right here. What's the best decision right here, right now?
Yeah. And what you'll see too is some players are very susceptible to, well, I just made this call when I shouldn't have, so maybe next time I won't make that call. I mean, you really have to play every hand as its own
individual
entity. Yeah, as its own entity. You can't let these previous hands fade you or tilt you. And I mean, and that obviously extends into no limit poker. But in general, though.
Finally, some appreciation for my 80s movie knowledge. Yes.
I got mass appreciation. I actually have one of those Pepsi Perfect bottles that pops out of the bar in Back to the Future 2.
Oh, yeah?
In my Back to the Future collection wall of fame. Never mind. I won't get too far into it, but yeah. Earl,
I think 80s movies are definitely the best.
Oh yeah. Aces for Earl. Is he allowed to have a big hand like that?
No, we're gonna have to get a floor called over.
Well, Earl's gonna be
Earl looks down at the aces.
Slingshot auto
action. about to see some Inspector Gadget going on here. And you can see Dante here calling floor. He recognizes Earl has aces. He's calling floor over to get the hand locked right now.
I think Dante's trying to figure out who's buying the next round of shots at this table, actually.
And looks like we're going 4 ways to the flop.
Oh, look at that! Oh, he did.
Someone re-popped.
And no, Earl went for the limp, and then somebody,
limped.
and then somebody else came in. I think Tony came in for the raise here, or no, Brandon came in for the raise. We'll see here. All right, so solid pot here brewing. 10, 7, 10 on the flop. Open-ended for Tony G. Earl's ace is still in the lead. $1,200 in the pot. Earl insta-bets.
Turner's the 10. Earl's loving life.
Loving life. Earl's like, even if you put quad 10s out there, I still have the nut. And it looks like the river, was the river checked down? Either way, Earl's ace is way good.
I think Tony might have raised the turn. I saw him put $400 in on the turn. I'm pretty sure it was bet raised.
Earl has a chip magnet he got on eBay. It just keeps pulling chips towards him. That puts him over 10K now. That's the thing is, with these size pots, every hand is a solid swing. You know what I mean? Especially if there's a couple raises in there, every hand is, okay, cool, it's, 1K up or down, at least. Once again, guys, if you're just joining us here from the front page, you're watching a 100-200 limit hold'em game. Make sure you click that heart and follow us. We have live poker action, spewing cash, lighting it on fire every Monday and Wednesday here. Stone's Gambling Hall, located right outside Sacramento, California. Wild Price says, Stone's gonna run out of all those green chips, dude. He's gonna run out. Wouldn't be the first time, actually. We've had tournaments that got such a huge turnout and people bagged chips for multi-days that we actually started running out of chips. I mean, it's insane. We had to buy more of those awesome, casino plaques style, right out of James Bond. Earl just keeps stealing money. I don't even know if he has to win pots anymore. He just reaches in the middle and grabs chips.
It looked like something that was wild, so this game.
Yeah, no. I didn't have a white sit here.
Nice little multi-way action. Looks like 5 players going to the flop. King, Jack, 3. Top pair for Brandon, top pair for Jeff. Coco Bongo Life. What's up with the mask reference right there? Love it. Okay, white chips are hundreds, buddy. White chips are hundreds. Greens are 25s.
Brandon with the hammer lock on this hand right now with top pair, best kicker with the king queen. It's a nice turn card for Dante just to get away. Not drawn to that 10 anymore. Or hey, let's call.
Bink. Ace
River and
Spades,
ace.
Yeah,
and this might go check.
Nobody likes that card. Nobody likes
Backdoor
it.
flush got there, the ace, the queen 10. And unfortunately for Brandon, he's now chopping this with Jeff. Kicker no longer plays.
So taking a look at stack sizes, Brandon and Earl both breaching that 10K mark there, followed shortly by Kyle at almost 10K, 9.7. And like JFK Stones always says, like Justin always says, the more Ks, the better. You want more Ks, guys. More Ks is good. So we're about halfway through the stream now. I would not be surprised to see one of these guys go on a heater and start approaching maybe that 15K mark.
Yeah,
Close
it's
to
totally
it.
doable.
Yeah. I mean, really all that is 1 or 2 like good-sized pots, and you're there. So I've always wanted to hit a bad beat jackpot on the stream. And I hear that they hit it, I mean, JFK Stones can chime in, but like twice in the last week or two? They've been hitting it. I swear to God, everywhere I look on like social media, I see somebody who's like, oh, hey, check out my quads over quads, or oh, check out this. I was like, why are you guys hitting all these bad beats? We want to get one on the stream.
That'd be so awesome.
Save it for the stream.
Poker News 916, Matt, welcome to the chat.
What's going on, dude? 3 times last week.
Wow.
In 1 week.
Wow.
Holy crap. Leave some water for the rest of the fish. Jeez. A bomb pot would be fun in limit, but does it lose its luster because it's not no limit post flop? I mean,
Hell no.
I mean, why not? Everybody just get it. Everybody get it in there. A lot of times on the stream, though, for you guys who have been tuning in, we do bomb pots every time there's a dealer change. So everybody throws in like, I don't know, 25, 50, 100 bucks, and then you all play post flop, which is great. I mean, it just builds a super value pot for everybody to go after. Lots of aces on the board. Mystery hands here for Jeff and Tony. Commit V1, a bomb pot, like we said, is basically everybody throws in X amount of dollars pre-flop, 25, 50 bucks. In this case, it's a limit game, so they all throw in 100 bucks.
Yeah.
You know, and then all players would play after the flop. Basically, you guarantee that everybody's in on the flop. There's no raising pre-flop, and then you all play from there. So anybody could have anything, but there's already $1,000 in the pot at that point to go for. Well, 900, I guess.
And I was going to say, that's the Stones bomb pot, the post-flop bomb pot. Most places a bomb pot, everyone just puts the money in, run out the board.
Oh, the whole thing,
That's what a generic bomb pot is. But here at Stones, everyone puts the money in, whatever the money amount is, and then everyone still has their hand, goes to the flop, and now the hand begins with a lot of money in the middle.
Yeah.
Totally different dynamic. I love it. I love it.
Chris P was playing this game earlier, like we talked about. Crispy Bacon was originally playing this game. Busted before the stream started. I only bring that up because when I saw him yesterday somewhere else, I was finishing out a tournament somewhere else, and basically he's like, oh yeah, you playing tomorrow? He's like, yeah, I'm playing tomorrow. He's like, I hope I can make it to this, because we start playing like a half hour before we actually start streaming. He's like, I just hope I can make it to the stream. When I came in, I saw his name and I didn't see him sitting there. I'm like, ouch.
Yeah.
Sorry, but Crispy Bacon is super regular here at Stones. We know him, we love him. Crispy, good dude. You'll see him next week, I'm sure.
So minimum $1,000 buy-in tonight, no maximum, as most all limit games are, no maximum buy-in. I think most players bought in for between 4,000 and 7,000.
If you're feeling short stack, add on, cause why not? Reasons. The Brock, what's going on, buddy?
What's
Welcome
up,
to the chat. Sean McCormick says, Stone's bomb pots are the best. I'm 0 for 38. Don't care. Still love it.
Don't care.
Still love it.
2 players now with 10K on the table. A lot of money on the table. If you're just joining us, we're playing 100-200 limit cash game here at Stone's Gambling Hall, just outside of Sacramento, California, in Citrus Heights. $100 bet increments, pre-flop and flop. $200 bet increments on the turn and river, with a cap of 4 bets. But anytime that 2 players go into a street, they can raise each other as many times as they want. There's been a lot of action. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. There's been a lot of big pots, a lot of good table talk. I think we're on, what, the second drink around the table now?
Absolutely, right? And like we said, in this pot, it's like, come on, dude, when you're playing 5,100 and a round of drinks is like 50 bucks, just do it. Just do it.
It's nothing.
Why not? Alicia 544 in the house. What's going on? Always a pleasure. So we got a 3-bet here with the mystery hand by Brandon. He's going to pop it up to 300. Big Papa Drew says, theory, no hat equals better player, question mark. There's all sorts of theories. Actually, we always joke that eating a salad here while you're at the table gives you an edge as well. Look at, speaking of an edge, look at this flop. Brandon,
big flop.
Big flop. Brandon and BJ. BJ with 2 overs and a flush draw. Brandon with an overpair and open-ended draw. Danger, danger.
Jack on the turn. BJ now has a hammerlock on this hand. Top pair and a flush draw. Let's check to Brandon, who bets. Dante calls with ace-4.
Just binking along with ace-high, hoping it's good.
6 on the river. BJ has got the best hand.
I'm actually kind of surprised BJ just called the turn. I actually would have liked to see maybe a check raise there and get some more money in the pot. I think both players would have called it that
Brandon
point on the
still
turn.
believes he has the best hand here with 9s. Is going for the thin value, and unfortunate for him is running into the better hand with BJ. He's going to win the pot.
Yeah, BJ playing it pretty safe on this pot, but always nice to take one down. 2.4K. And as you can see there, it shows a plus 1.6K gain to BJ in that pot. Life is good.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Nice pot.
Rick and Barstow, always a pleasure, buddy. I'll catch you later. Earl Troll in the house. Guys, Earl Troll in the chat, I believe, is the one and only same Earl at the table. Says, seat open, get it, get some, come in now. Love it. I love it. I love it.
Bold.
I love it. We need to get some. We need to do like a montage of Earl's just snap betting, snap raising, just click, 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 click. I always beat everybody else to the pot. Funny thing is, some people mentioning the girl around the table watching this game. So we've had people watching this game all night, like in and out, just people walking around the table, checking out like, what's going on? I never see games like you don't generally see games this size every day. What's like? Well, there's a lot of chips in play. We've had a lot of people sweating this game all night. It's actually been pretty sweet. Jack 6-4, couple of clubs peels off here. Sixes for both Tony G and Earl. Another 4 peels. Looks like it's gonna go check, check on the turn. Another 4. This is definitely, if anybody bets, it's, both players are in check call mode. Okay. Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. I was gonna check it out
Dante
too.
owns a sushi place, I guess.
Sushi joint, right on. Why didn't he bring like a whole platter of sushi, man? I would have gone, now there's the drinks coming out.
Here we go.
Here it is.
Drinking games are always the best.
Yes.
The best games.
Rule of thumb, drinks equal action.
Yes.
Game on. Well, like you said, it goes hand in hand. Action, table talk, all of the above.
Yeah.
Increases table talk, increases action, increases like, I think you're messing with me, boom.
Yeah.
Money, money, money.
Yeah, I can't even count how many times I've had games where everyone's talking, drinks are flowing, and you just can't leave. You can't leave until the game's done.
Right? Sick Bo Pro, what's going on, buddy? Chimes in, says, this may be the best 100-200 game I've seen in a while.
Yeah, this has been a great game
It's
tonight.
been solid.
If you guys are just tuning in, you're going to want to stick here. Lots of action, lots of big pots. 100-200 limit cash game.
Look at Brandon. He's pretty much like upgraded his stacks to all white over there. He's just like, I want all white chips. I want all hundos. For those of you just tuning in, guys, the white chips are $100 chips. The green chips are 25s. The reds are 5s. And those little blue chips you see there, those are dollars. Shadowwave 51, thank you very much, my friend. So 3-bet by Dante. Earl's going to make the call.
And there's definitely been a little bit of, ever since that 5-3 that Earl won against Dante. Dante's had it out for Earl.
Yeah.
It's a little personal right now.
Speaking of 5-3, he wishes. 8-5-3 on the flop, couple of hearts. Earl's still the best with ace high here. Figuring out, he's like, I gotta drink my drink, dude.
Looks like Dante checked, Earl bet. Or no, Dante's betting out. And Earl's gonna call. 4 of hearts on the turn. Earl's definitely not going anywhere now. Dante bets 200, Earl calls, and Earl with top.
Yeah, Earl's not going anywhere. He's gonna call, if not raise this all day. He's just gonna call. See, the problem is, if you're Earl and you raise that, right? Let's say you get greedy, you're like, I want to raise it, and Dante does have you beat. He re-raises you, then you're forced to call that, then you blow off an extra 400.
Yeah.
Right? Better to
That's a
just,
big mistake,
whatever,
yeah.
I'm in there, I'll take it.
It was 3-bet pre-flop. He bet the whole way.
Yeah. Sean McCormick also chimes in to talk about this great game. He says, I cut my teeth at the self-proclaimed limit hold'em spot in the U.S. Dealt beyond 1,000 hands. Sean used to be a pretty prevalent dealer. Says this is a great game in all caps. So he's yelling. He's great.
Yes.
He's
Yeah,
yelling
this
the
is a
word
great
great. I don't know. Oh god, the needling is so strong in the chat. If you guys want to be part of the banter, chime in, get an account.
East Coast players are soft, just like the NBA.
Boom. That's like they always say. I mean, his name is Sacco1 Kings fan. I always say when we say Kings don't ever win at Stones, they say, "Oh, Kings never win in Sacramento." Ah, badum cha. It's very funny. So it looks like we got a raise. Was it Dante on the button that raised?
Yep, looks like Dante raised a 200 on the button with a mystery hand.
That's what I love, dude. You know, you got players like Earl who's like, you know what, dude, win or lose, they're just having fun.
Yeah.
You gotta have fun, man.
He's a lot of fun to play with.
If you're not having fun playing cards, like, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're obviously not there to like lose money. You're not there to like give away cash. But at the same time,
have some fun, lighten up.
Yeah, you gotta
talk
enjoy.
a little bit.
Gotta enjoy what you're doing.
It's a social game.
So on the flop, bet by Tony. Earl raises. Tony calls. Looks like it's getting checked through here.
I think Tony bet the river.
Oh, there we go. Tony wins it. Boom, 10.5K for Earl. Not a bad
building up
stack.
the mountain.
Remember, guys, though, it's an unlimited buy-in, so you can just come and buy in for 20K just to show Earl what's up. He's already goating you in the chat. Just do it. I love it. Looks like a bit of a dealer change here. Guys, definitely click that heart and follow us. We're here with you spewing cash game fun every Monday and Wednesday evening here. And occasionally on the weekends for our big tournaments. We got some great tournament structures coming up. One called Win the Button we're really excited about. We got the Vloggers game on Wednesday. We got the Player Appreciation Tournament coming up. We got the $1 Million Guarantee. Just go to Stone's website, download the app, check it out. Just punch in Stone's Gambling Hall, Stone's Poker, Stone's Live. You can't miss it, guys. I mean, our calendar of events, everything's on the website, everything's in the app. I mean, right, they're all there. I mean, we can't even flash them all enough. There's so much.
We got a 40K free roll, $1 million promotion, a win the pot, win the button tournament coming up the first week of September. A lot of stuff going on at Stone's right now.
Which you don't want to be at Loncar's table because he's going to go for every single pot.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. I've never heard of that.
You don't want to be sitting on his left, that's for sure.
It's going to be awesome.
Great, I'm in first position every hand. Woo.
Oh, man. Looks like we got a raise from Dante from the cutoff and a 3-bet on the button from Tony G.
A quick 3-bet from Tony G.
And Earl likes an Earl like 3-bet.
I was going to say that was an Earl spring-loaded 3-bet right there.
He's learning. He's learning.
Yeah, you know, love or hate Limit Hold'em, this game is action. We got some train wrecks of hands going on. So mystery hands, our action tracker's trying to catch up here.
And Earl called out of the big blind just because of the snap raise on the button.
Yeah, he respects it. He respects Ace Queen Deuce there on the board, couple of spades.
And Tony G flops a royal flush draw and takes it down with Jack High.
All day. Everybody knows when you have a royal flush draw, you hit it like 99% of the time.
Basically.
So why not just bet it? You're good. So 3 players now with over 9K. BJ approaching the 9K mark. Super healthy game, healthy stacks.
I see you, Watt, Bry. I remember that one. You're gonna be playing at Wap Rye in a game. You're gonna be like, hey, remember that one time? Remember that one time you called me that? I'm all in. And I'm gonna slam 5 high down.
Oh, exactly. How soft is that, fool? All right, cruising around here.
Looks like we have a rare unraised pot pre-flop here. 4 ways to the flop.
Ace, king, queen here on the flop.
Whole lot of nothing for everybody. A couple of jack high gutter balls. Jeff with the monster pair of sixes in the lead. Excuse me, Earl with the jack kicker. That doesn't play.
Let's play the board, question mark? Yeah, taking a look, it's actually a pretty solid night. I mean, that's what I love about Stones. I mean, there's always great action to be had any hour, any day. Like right now, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 games running outside of the game that you're watching here. If you guys want, the app, you can actually download our app. It's free on both Android and Apple. You can download it right in the respective app stores. You can hop right on the list, and you don't even have to talk to a real life person. It's 2017. You don't actually have to talk to anybody. You can just sit down. Just do it.
And if table talk is an indicator of how good the games are tonight, it's a very good room tonight. I feel like there's lots of talk going on. It's kind of loud in here in a good way. Yeah, 10 tables running.
No one ever sits down. There's always a seat open when they sign in. Yeah, every time they say that, that was bought just gives them the address.
Alright, so BJ is going to put in a raise here, 2-bet with ace queen suited.
I'll be running fucking them up.
Alright, so BJ raising from the hijack to 200 with ace queen of spades. I believe Zach put the 100 in before the flop under the gun.
Jack 2's 4, a couple of hearts. Brick City for everybody. Why was I hoping like ace 8-5? I guess I'm just that cruel. Boom. All right, this gets actually a straight draw now for Kyle on the turn.
And unfortunately for him, BJ is not willing to fold the big ace high right here. Kyle looking for a 5, 6, or an 8 on the river. Oh, excuse me, BJ raises. Interesting.
See, it's tough to be in that spot because if you think you're only out as a 6, you can't make the call.
No.
So Kyle's gonna let it go. It's funny, Sacco One King says this, and we've heard it time and time again. We need a way to donate money through the chat so we can buy players drinks. Like, if you're ever bored and you're like,
genius.
I want to see these guys start getting schmammied in like 20 minutes because the
And
delay.
everyone's already signed the agreement.
Right,
Any
yeah.
money donated, they are going to sip up.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that'd be awesome.
Oh my god. I somehow I feel that even if there's some law against that, we need to like find a loophole, man, because that needs to go down for sure. Man, this game is a little tight. How about Patron for everybody, and we just see what happens from there? It's funny, you know, we have normal promotions here. We have like, you know, a rack attack where they'll throw down like $100 in the next pot for everybody to grab. Like, don't put this table on rack attack. What do you think? $100 or like whatever. It's another player who like limp call folded. You know, like don't put the rack attack on this table. So wow, Jeff
Folds around to Jeff in the small blind, raising up.
And Jeff's been playing pretty tight tonight, so he
has.
definitely just tried to put in a raise and steal it. And Jack said, "I don't think so," Zach did. So King, Queen, Deuce here, a couple of spades.
This should get through.
Yeah, it gets it through.
Raise C-bet.
It's funny because as kind of tight as Jeff has been playing, Zach's also been playing equally kind of tight. So like Jeff's like, the only player I can do this to is you.
I've been waiting for the spot all night.
It happens to be right now. Guys, if you're just tuning in, maybe you're joining us from the front page, you are watching a 100-200 limit game here at Stone's Gambling Hall, located right outside Sacramento, California. A couple of players just around the 10K mark in chips. Make sure you click that heart and follow us here. We spew cash game poker with you every Wednesday and Monday evening.
Senator Jaws, Big Boss, welcome to the chat.
Oh my god. If this, JFK Stone says, if this table gets a rack attack, it converts to no limit for one hand. And that's how there was a $60,000 pot. Like, oh, all in, no peaky. Surf and Snowboard 3, what's going on, bud? Welcome to the game. So Kyle's gonna pop it up here with Ace Jack. And it looks like BJ is come along, and so is Brandon. 3 players to the flop. 9, deuce, 6. BJ connects with his deuce. Brandon's 4 is in the lead. Live on the turn actually gives Brandon a little straight draw with his 4s.
And this should win it.
Gets it. Look at that. Earl over 10K, Brandon over 10K, BJ around 9K. Dante taking a breather, just below a grand. Dante did have that big double up hand though when he was all in. Yeah, I always joke and say, you know, if you only need to win one hand in poker, just make it your all in hand, and then you're always good.
Easy.
Easy game.
So easy.
Easy game. I love when you see some other like solid big players walk by who like look at the game. They're not looking at it for the ad. They're looking at it to be like, so should I sit down? Or like, is there a seat open?
$800 in the middle, 4 ways to the flop. Queen, 7, deuce. Somehow BJ's pocket 3s are still in the lead. Little does he know.
I like somehow you're like 4-way action. You should never be ahead here. Not anymore. Brandon binks the ace.
Turns the ace. And he gets a little coy and checks. Only a 10 or a 3 can river him. And there it is.
Oh god, why do you say that? When you say all he needs is a 3,
all
like,
he needs is a 3 or a
it just
10.
totally comes. Whenever
BJ,
somebody says all you need is,
BJ's been on a nice little run here. He's up a good amount tonight.
tell you what, man, when you're running good in a solid stakes limit game,
it's a nice problem to have.
Yeah, life is good. First world problems for sure.
First world problem.
Yeah, that puts BJ up at the top of our leaderboard. Check that out. 9,900, 9,900.
3 players now hovering around 10K. What's up?
I just love looking at the drink cart. You can see all the empty shot glasses. That makes me happy inside. Makes me happy.
And 2 piece and a biscuit. I think we're on till 10 p.m. tonight?
Yeah, till 10 p.m. Guys, we are with you every Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 10 p.m. So the Monday and Wednesday cash game shows are always the same, but if you click that heart and actually follow us, then you'll get a notification when we do our final tables of big tournaments, because those happen whenever our players bust out everybody else, right? So those are generally later on Sunday nights. Cart, what's going on? Carde, what's going on, buddy?
Welcome to the chat, everybody.
7-9, we got a little gutter ball for Brandon here. But diamond comes on the turn, could be a little danger action. Surf and snowboard, he knows our secret. All those NorCal guys dropping the term. Hella bink the 6.
Brandon raised the flop and just hits the magical turn.
Stone cold nuts. Too bad it can't be the 6 of diamonds for the ultimate action card right there.
Oh wow, yeah, the 6 of diamonds.
Oh, I love it. All right, I'm gonna go buy these guys a round of drinks. Actually, have them buy me a round of drinks. Actually.
And Brandon throws a little needle in and says, "I win the pot no matter what. You're in net."
Oh my god, the worst.
All right, so for those of you that are just joining us, once again, we're playing a 100, 200 limit cash game here tonight. 1,000 minimum buy-in, no max. There's been a lot of action. It's been a great game tonight so far. I think everyone's on drink number 3 now around the table. Thanks everybody for joining us in the chat. We're coming to you with a 25-minute delay from Stone's Gambling Hall in Citrus Heights, California, just outside of Sacramento. Me and Justin here are watching the game here just as you guys are. The action we're watching is from 25 minutes ago, so we are technically time travelers right now. Three ways to the flop. Unraised pre. Heads up to the turn. Turn goes check, check. Ooh, a nasty river for Kyle. Value bets has now beat 2 pair. And Tony G wins the pot. There's our current chip counts. 3 players hovering right around 10K. A lot of money on the table. And everyone, don't forget to follow us by hitting the follow button. You'll get notified whenever we go live, every Monday and Wednesday, and sometimes on Sundays for our final tables of our tournaments. And looks like we're going 3 ways to the flop now. 700 in the middle.
All right, I got some inside info.
Oh, okay, here we go.
But I can't bring it up for like another like 8 minutes. So you're gonna have to wait.
Okay,
you're gonna have to wait because it happens kind of on the stream.
I guess so.
And if anybody ever throws a sick needle or burn at you, you have this Cold Stones water. Just apply to burned areas, and you're good to go.
Jeff turns the nut straight on a 4 flush turn.
Oh God, where's the 5 of spades when you need it? Straight flush good all day.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, you hate that if you're Jeff. You're like, here's my hand that's super good and not good at all at the same time. Dante is still AFK from the table. Just taking a breather.
Here's our current chip counts.
Healthy game, man. Oh man, approaching almost 5,800 followers. Guys, thank you for the follow. If you haven't done it yet, click that heart. Always fun to have you here with us. If you don't like losing money, sometimes it's kind of fun to watch other people lose money. And it's equally as fun to watch other people win large amounts of money, although I'd rather be winning the money myself.
This has been a great game.
Yeah.
Definitely has not failed us here tonight.
Yeah, has not disappointed.
A lot of action. Lot of action.
It's been a lot of action, but it's been distributed like fairly well too. It's funny because we were talking with JFK Stones earlier, and he's just like, "Man, like I hope these guys just don't like bust each other out like that." And the stream's
yeah,
over like
money has been passing around
in 40 minutes, but there's just been some sick setup hands. Surf and snowboard. in a battle with our Magic 8-Ball in the chat there. So Brick City for everybody here. Kyle does bet the turn.
It's like Brandon raises
Wow.
to 400, as if he just knows the Kyle K has King Queen High and takes
And this
it
is
down.
what we're talking about, dude. Those 6 soul reads, like if you think somebody's just completely airballing a bluff, right? Just complete air barrel, and you can pump in that raise, when it's an extra couple $100.
I was gonna say, I think a lot of players there are just gonna fold the turn, give up. He raises. That's a big swing right there. It's a really big swing.
Hero rebarrel, if you will. And that puts Brandon at the 11K mark. I think our first player to reach that tonight. Grinding away says somehow Dante lost another $100 while he was away. Ouch. This is not tournament. I don't think he's getting blinded out. Sometimes our graphics are a little drunk, but we give him the benefit of the doubt. Dice Gone Funny 22, thank you very much.
And there it is, Brandon hitting the 11K mark. He's had a nice run tonight.
Yeah, solid 60K-ish on the table. Kyle has now switched over from salad to the ever so delicious duck tacos.
The best.
All the food here,
The
guys,
best.
if you haven't been to Stones before, all the food here is absolutely delicious. Highly recommend it. If you download that Stones Gambling Hall app I was telling you about, you can actually check out the menu online. Whopper says he's got that fill-out paperwork kind of stack. I like it.
That's good.
Okay, this is what I was getting the info on. So you see Dante comes back, he's in a good mood, he's feeling good, he's setting down stacks on the table. Now why is he feeling so good? Because he just went over and took home 5K from the Baccarat table on the other side, and now he's sitting back down. And that's what I love about Stones, man. He's just like, you know what, dude? Get this, I'm not running too hot. He goes over to Bach, he binks 5K, brings it back, and he's like, game on.
Nice.
Gotta love it. See, Whopper I knew. He's like, Bach, he already knew it. He's like, yeah, he probably went over to Bach's side. He sure did.
Boom.
Calls out, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the chat. The white chips are $100 chips, greens are 25s, and reds are 5s. We're actually going to put that in the chat for you so you can see.
Yes, and once again,
Better fish.
Jake, Mr. Rosensteel in the house.
Jake, hop in, seat open, bro. Hop in.
Jake.
But there's a vast like PLO going on right now. Like it's off the chain.
Oh, but you would go sit in? You just go sit down with 5K real quick?
Yeah, I did. Well, in 1 or 200 now, I made like 3K in PLO in like, I don't know, like 30, 40 minutes.
That a boy.
Nice.
The one and only, the Jake. The Jake. If you see him in the chat, that is, he is in the house. Easy money, guys. Come take come take a crack at the beard.
Easy money.
Easy money. Look at all those white. He's like, hey, Bach just gave all this to me. Sweet. Yeah, Alicia, we never joke about Baccarat. We do not joke about that. That is very real. Very real. Whenever you need some money, just go over to Bach, and I'm not even actually entirely sure how Bach works. I think you just throw down your money, and if they give you more, then you won.
Something like that.
I think that's how that goes. Walt Price says apparently that's his MO. He does that all the time. He knew it before we even said it. Walt Price was already like, oh, it's Baccarat. You know that's where he was at.
I'm still waiting for my great Scott moment.
Yeah, I know. Now it's always so. Looks like Jeff 2-bet, and then Zach 3-bet.
Jeff raises to 200 with King Jack. Zach decides to use his position and tight table limit here and 3 bets to 300.
Dante's like, I just came back. 5,800 followers. Thank you very much, guys. Chat's a big part of the stream, man. We really love interacting with you and having fun. Dante's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I just made this money in Baccarat, man. I'm not trying to give it all back right now.
3 ways to the flop. Only Zach is liking that.
Zach,
Flops top,
original 3-better. Flops top. Life's good.
Heads up to the turn now.
Heart would be sick. 9. Now this does put a 4 card straight in the board, so both players have to be wary of an 8. Which, if you have any sort of those cards, an 8's definitely in your range. Any sort of 7, 8, 8, 9 hand, 6, 8, 5, 8.
Zach bets it and takes it down. It's one of those spots where you actually love your opponent to fold right there.
Yeah, you're never looking for
really
a call.
No.
If you get a call, you're most likely behind. Fish can catch. What's going on? Welcome to the stream, guys. You are watching a 100-200 limit game here at Stone's Gambling Hall, located right outside Sacramento, California.
One per dealer. How many do we get? I'm sorry.
I think we're probably due for a round of drinks here.
I think that's what you're talking about.
Okay, good. This guy can read minds. M. Baldy in the house. What's going on, bud? Welcome. So it looks like Tony G's popping it up.
Here we go. 5 players to the flop. Queen 9 deuce rainbow. Jeff flops middle pair. Tony G with gut shot straight draw. Gin on the turn for Jeff. Turns trips with the best kicker. Bets out 200.
Are you a gin rummy player? Is that what you say, gin? Gin.
I love gin rummy.
Right?
I do. I love gin rummy.
BZ09 in the chat. What's going on? Dropping banana peels, ghost, and happy mushrooms. Little Mario Kart action.
Yeah, me and my girl have a ongoing gin rummy game. First to 1,000,000 wins. It's gonna be a long game.
First to 1,000,000.
It's gonna be a long game. It's gonna take a while.
Can I just take a wild guess? You're ahead?
Actually, she's ahead.
Oh yeah,
she's crushing me right now.
I like her already. Fantastic. She's like, oh yeah, you think you play cards? Let me show you what's
She's
up.
a gamer.
I love
She's
it.
a gamer.
I love it.
She is the best.
First to 1,000,000.
First to
I can see
1,000,000.
it. You guys are like in the nursing home, right? You're just like, I won! I won!
Bulls.
Servant Starboard says, what game do commentators play? I generally play poker. Really, I don't know about
What
you.
game do the commentators play? Yeah, I mean, I'm usually just 1-3 and 2-5 and occasional 5-10.
Ooh, splash me. Yeah, I generally stick with my limit myself. Because the limits that I would be comfortable playing are generally too low for me. Like, I wouldn't be comfortable playing this game.
There we go. Stone's live commentator game. That's what I want to see.
Oh, man.
Hell yes.
Game on. Game on.
Denzel. In the house, that's Denzel.
Now we're rolling.
Cali Kid says, will it be commentatorless? Question mark. Yeah, because you know, JFK, if you're going to make me sit in that game with all the sharks, you know you have to sit in that game too, right? Okay, JFK still says I'm the fish. Yeah, you better be in that game, bud.
So Earl bets top. Kyle decides to raise the flop here with 1 over and a gutter ball. Earl 3 bets to 300, saying, I do not believe you, Kyle.
Earl is a beast.
And there it is.
Oh
Bing.
my god. Every time somebody's
Kyle
got a straight
K
draw tonight.
just hits the nut straight on the turn.
Gin. Yeah.
Gin. The gin turn card. Earl bets out 200 and Kyle raises to 400. Now Earl smells.
Look at Earl's eyes like crap.
He knows that is not a good turn card.
Yeah, Wopri did come up heavily after the stream, man. After our last Sean McCormick and Friends game. Sometimes that's how it goes, man. You know, you don't run so good on the stream, and you know, ask Azan. He never runs good on the stream, and then the cameras turn off, and he binks up like thousands. Oh, look at this. The wrong board pair there. But it does complete possible spades. Maybe this can make it easy for Earl to get away at this point. Yeah, there we go. So Earl's going to check fold. Nobody believes that Wopri made any money after the stream. Everybody, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, when you have to ask for witnesses, it's a little rough. It's a little rough. I like Dante's style. You know what? If you lose another hand or two, who cares? You're gonna go over to Bach, make it all back, double up.
Brandon raises to 200 from the cutoff. Earl 3-bets the button 300 on the button of 9s. And looks like we're going to go heads up to the flop.
Who wants to see like a 7-8-9 flop?
Yes.
So sick.
7-8-9.
Oh, that's not going to do it. Scary board for everybody.
I think he just open folded.
And here's the sick part. Is I can't even blame Brandon because Brandon knows that Earl's arm is on an auto slingshot.
Like, you know what? I'm so sick of this like snap arm.
Yeah.
Shiz. I'm just gonna fold. You cannot snap bet me on this.
I'm gonna beat you to the pot by folding. How's that? Like that's like an epic reverse.
Oh my goodness.
Like that's hardcore. That's funny. KQ working on a full house has a question for you. It says Kyle's been seeing lots of flops with trash. Lucky turn there. Do you consider GTO play? Do you consider that GTO play, Michael?
I mean, I'm definitely not the limit expert here, but with the bet out on a 10-7-7 flop, I'm not, you know, I don't even know what GTO is right there, whether it's just flat call or raise. I personally like the way he played the hand.
Oh no, that particular hand, yeah. Absolutely.
Which hand is he talking about?
Oh, it's just. I think it's just saying in general, maybe.
Just overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Kyle K is definitely a limit crusher.
Well, at the end of the day, I think what he's doing. I mean, Kyle's able to get away from hands, which is really important in limit, right? So you saw him fire an air barrel. Now he got repopped and he was able to get away, but even the guy who repopped him had an air barrel, and that was Brandon, right?
Yeah.
So if 9 out of 10 times, unless you're a tremendous player like Brandon, you don't raise him there, and Kyle wins the pot.
Yeah.
So I actually don't.
Yeah, I think that's just. Yeah, I think that was just a good player running into another great player, outplaying him in position. Yeah.
So I think in general, Kyle's, you know, he's picking his spots and he's playing pretty solid.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I see cheers coming up. There it is. More drinks across the table. Cheers.
Here we go. Drink number 4. Going down the hatch.
And the game goes on.
I had a first draw. I missed. Good luck.
If you're just tuning in, 100-200 limit cash game here at Stone's Gambling Hall.
Those white chips are hundreds, guys. Those green chips are quarters. More chips, the better. Big pots are happy pots. More K's, the better, as JFK Stone would say. That's just because we got K's in our name. Nice.
Like we got a raise from Brandon, a 3-bet from Kyle. There we go. Brandon raised to 200 with a king 10 of hearts. Kyle K raised with a better king queen offsuit in position. Looks like we're going heads up to the flop.
Wow, super lame flop for both hands here. Kyle's still in the lead, king queen high. I'd love to see Kyle firing another bet here. And he does. And it gets through. Nice.
I'd be sick of Brandon check raise right there.
Oh my god. I was like,
I was waiting for it. I thought he was going to do it.
That's exactly what we were talking
so
about. Because
sick.
both players are like, there's no way that board's in your range. You know what I mean? Serpent Stormer says, what freeway do you take home, commentators? I don't take a freeway. Unfortunately, I live way too close to here. I live like 3 minutes away.
Everyone else takes Highway 80.
Yeah, Highway 80.
Interstate 80.
Right here.
Yeah, they're playing 100. So if you're just joining us, we're playing 100, 200 limit. So tonight it's a 1K minimum buy-in, no max. Most players I think bought in for between 5 to 7,000, somewhere around there. Justin lives on the reservation.
Yeah, yeah, solid. I wish I got some of that random free money. Dante in cheers mode. He's like, this one's on Baccarat, guys. Should be a fun little pot. BJ 3-bets here with his 10s. Boom, 4, 5, 6, couple of hearts out there.
Earl flops top pair, open it, straight draw. Kyle K flops two overs and a gutter ball and a nut flush draw.
Yeah.
BG has an overpair with 10s. Tony G flops bottom pair. This should be a big pot.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a little piece for everybody here.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is the biggest pot of the night here so far. Especially with the right turn card.
This pot's gonna escalate quickly.
And BJ raises his 10s.
That is such
really
a coordinated,
scary.
Board. That board is scary.
This is definitely not the flop to be raising 10s
If you have an overpair, you hate life here. So, 5 board pair
5 on the
there.
turn. Great turn card for BJ.
And king on the river. Wow, I cannot believe 10s hold there against all those outs.
Wow.
He had to fade half the freaking deck. So pot's at 2,100 here. Checks through? No, here on the river action here. Board slightly reversed there on the screen. The 5 was on the turn, king was on the river. BJ bets 200. Earl is in, I don't know mode. Yeah, he's gonna let it go. Good fold by Earl.
And Kyle is saying there's so much in the middle. I'm gonna take a shot, try and win this face high.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what we were talking about, man. It's like it comes down to gut because you're always priced in.
Yeah,
you're always priced in. And he's getting 10 to 1 on his money. It's just sick.
And BJ, look at that, 11.6K. He is running up his stack. He's been on a nice run tonight. That was a sick fade. Wow. More than half the deck.
That's what I mean. I was like, he had a fade.
And you don't even know, like, you could already be beat. It's sick.
No.
Sick.
And he's over here and he's dodging his turn to box. I'm dodging my turn to box. I'm not going to stream yet.
C. Dravino says it best. Limit is weird. Limit is weird. Oh God, Wop-Rag. Hilarity.
Wop-Rag.
Like I said, our chat is a huge part of the stream, man. Always fun. So guys, we got about 30 minutes left in the stream. Make sure you click that heart and follow us. Make sure you set up notifications too, because you do not want to miss Wednesday's game coming up here. It is going to be sweet. We got me and Mr. Bart Hansen in the house from Crush Live Poker, along with all the vloggers, and it is just going to be rad. And yes, I said rad. I'm bringing it back. Boom, 8, 9, 4 here, couple of spades, top pair.
Dante flops top pair, Tony G flops bottom 2. Looks like the run bat of Dante is going to continue here.
I feel like bottom 2 is always so counterfeitable. So you like, I mean, you love it, but you hate it. You got to be careful. You got to be careful the way you play it.
Oh, bank. Dante turns the better 2 pair with 9-7. Best card in the deck for him. Tony G bets out 200. And wow, surprisingly, Dante just calls. River 6. Both players hate this river card.
Scary board here. 4 cards straight. Looks like it's going to check down, yeah. Do you even stack chips? What's going on, buddy? He says, how often do we stream Limit Hold'em? This is actually, I believe, the first big Limit Hold'em stream we've done, I want to say. Maybe. So obviously not too often, but so far so good. I mean, this game has been pretty action-packed tonight. It's been a pretty solid game. Generally, we stream no limit. We stream anything from 1-3 on our special, like, you know, basically we have like Veronica and Friends, Sean McCormick and Friends, all the way up to, we've had 10, 25 games with a $50 strata. We've had 10, 25, 50, 100 games, 25, 50 games. I mean, we've had, so we stream a lot of no limit games.
You put the meat on top of the rocks. Good. Then you gotta. Try. Yeah, hey, don't touch that. Don't touch it. Yeah, you put that meat on top of the rock, it cooks it.
Jack 5-6 on the board here.
Yeah, go for it.
Not a whole lot going on.
Earl flops a gutter ball. 2 players flop second pair.
Ace on the turn. No help to anybody. BJ, resident big stack there with 11.4K. Man, BJ's just had a super solid upswing. Let's see, Joe LT 007 says math doesn't add up. How's one guy down 7K? Biggest winner is 3.8K. The cash win command can be a little off sometimes, and I think it's off tonight. So I wouldn't take those numbers too literal.
And don't forget, there has been a couple, I think at least 2 or 3 players that were on the stream earlier in the night that are now not in the game. So obviously that's part of the miscalculation there.
Yeah, I think 1 or 2 busted, 1 player cashed out. In fact, if JFK Stones wants to post the rack throwing clip again, you'll see that it was actually it's fairly difficult for one of these players to cash out.
That was awesome.
So Zach's going to come in and raise it up here with Queen Jack. Earl's eating some of that hot rock steak. That stuff's good. Bringing out a hot rock, you can cook your own thin slabs O steak right there. 6-4-6 on the board. Whiff City for Jeff and Zach. Can't see Earl's hand. Earl's trying to start fires over there, apparently. Earl's like, you want to know what these cards are? These cards are the winning hand when I bet everybody off it. Oh no, Zach already bet 100. He's gone. Gets through.
Shows the Queen Jack, and little does he know it's the best hand.
This look, but three-handed, still the best hand with Queen Jack high. Like, you're good. You're still good. Everybody laughs, like, goes, beats me.
And looks like we're going 4 ways to the flop. Jeff with the open-ended straight draw. Earl with middle pair. Kyle K with top pair. No kicker. Kyle bets out. Looks like we're going to go 3 ways to the turn here.
Boom, 10 on the turn. Gives Jeff a pair now with his open-ended. And Earl a straight draw to the bad end of it there for Jack Peels. Get it. Kyle's bet gets through.
Kyle takes it down.
Bet it with the best hand and win it? What? Is that possible? Waprai says he knows from experience that Dante drinks and gets louder. But so do a lot of people, though. That's pretty standard.
That's pretty standard.
Yeah, Dante is the gentleman in seat 4. So Waprai, maybe you can chime in. It says Commit says Dante's trying to get in their heads. Is table talk and kind of angling, is that a bit of Dante's game? Our chat always hanging out with a good fun needling. I love it.
And looks like we've got a 3-bet pot here now. 900 in the middle going into the flop, 3 ways. All 3 players whiff.
Super whiff.
Zach's gonna most likely use his position and table image to bet here and hopefully just take it down as there it is.
Yeah, solid game. I can already tell you, I think the cameras are just about to stop rolling because of the delay, and that game is still popping off over here. And I believe I see players adding on. And maybe even players like Harlan sitting in the game. So if you guys are anywhere around here, I highly recommend coming down and playing. Yeah, buddy, across the table cheers. That's how you know it's good times. I got shots. I got
These guys are on
lines.
drink number 5 on the stream.
I love it. And that's just on
Getting
the,
after it a little bit.
And that's
tonight.
just on the stream.
As I say, we don't know how much they drank before.
Joel T 007 says, what's the biggest and smallest no limit game we do on the show? The smallest is the 1-3, which, by the way, if you've ever watched our 1-3 here, it's not small. Our 1-3 plays super heavy.
Yeah.
And the biggest, like I was talking about, was like a 25, 50, 100
I
game.
think Loncar has it right. I think there's a 5100 here.
Yeah, 5100 no limit. I mean, 5100 no limit. Shh, dude,
big game.
Game on. And even on our 25-50 games, they normally do it with like a $100 straddle. So, I mean, it's like a triple blind, so beast game. So beast.
Here we go. It's our second 4-bet pre-flop hand of the night. Zach M 4-betting out of the big blind with pocket 10s, capping the action.
You're gonna get at least 3 players going to it. 3-7 king there on the flop. Zach's 10's the best we can see.
He made this game happen. It wasn't for Justin, none of us would be here tonight.
Call from Earl with a mystery hand.
Oh, there you go. Oh, Earl's got 7s. He flopped a set.
Another set. This is our 72nd flop set of the night.
Jeez. Wow, 4. Changes nothing. I don't think anybody's on a random
Zach
5-6 draw.
Checks the turn. Earl bet so fast we couldn't even see it.
I think everybody should give Justin $100. I think Ben too should do.
And Zach checks.
Earl's gonna insta-fire. So, here's what I equate Earl's betting speed to. You know how a hummingbird flaps its wings so fast that you can't even see it? I mean, Earl just like, you just look and chips appear in front of him, but you couldn't even see his hands shotgun out and come back that quick.
The hummingbird.
Man, I swear. It's so crazy. It's so fast.
Remember when I played and I didn't know I was that's the first time I ever played poker.
Yeah, Dante's talking just a little bit more right now than he did earlier in the stream.
Yeah, I
And
feel
for
like
good reason.
I feel like I just want to go to Dante's sushi spot and just do sake bombs and eat a bunch of sushi. Like that just seems like a great time. I'm ready.
I miss you. I miss you. I really do miss you.
You know what? I'm gonna go back into business. I'm gonna start working. Just to visit you.
You're a cool ass guy though. You know what's so cool about you?
My punches don't hurt.
No, the thing that's cool about you is like you remember me and the way you.
You know, I don't even have my earpiece in, so I can't hear what he's saying. But just the fact that you can see he's so into it, he's so just like lit.
Dante said to Earl, "You know what's cool about you?" And Earl said, "What? That my punches don't hurt?" I didn't hear what Dante countered with, but some good table talk going on right now.
Yeah, just right outside.
Did I see a little glimpse, a little precursor? Did I see AD might have sat down at the game?
Damn!
Oh man, if you got AD at this table, bring it. I love AD. So Dante flops at ace-high flush draw here. Tony connects with his 8.
Ah, AD's here.
Yeah, buddy.
Sir.
Nine peels on the turn.
Earl's still in the lead with the top pair good kicker.
Queen on the river, top 2 for Earl.
And with 2 checks to him on the turn and 2 checks to him on the river.
Come on,
Earl's got to know he's good
Earl's
here.
got to know he's good here, and he bets.
sell your children.
I don't want that.
Dante's so upset he missed that. How do I miss my flush draw? God, I was like, dude, it would take huge huevos for Tony to call the bottom pair. So the legend is true, guys. They're in seat 9. AD has joined the game. The man, the myth, the legend. I gotta love AD. AD is just an overall lover of the game. Plays any limit, doesn't care. If game's juicy, he'll play the 1-3, he'll play 2-5, play 5-10, he'll play this 102, and he don't care. Honey Badger don't care. AD's a Honey Badger. He don't care. That's what I mean. Everybody's shouting for overtime. They're like, this game's just warming up. The AD just sat down. Like, come on, baby.
Oh, no. Oh, you want XO?
Oh, I was like, I don't even think Earl's eating anymore. I think he's betting with chopsticks. Solid. Maybe that'll slow him down a bit. God, even his call, his arm slingshots out like a beast.
God damn it, motherfucker. I didn't even get away with that.
And looks like we got a raise from Jeff in the cutoff with Ace Queen. Zach 3-bets the button with Ace Jack.
Fuck no, you up one of that. I know how much you like me.
About $10,000. I'm up $100. 200, Earl. Yeah, let's go.
AD's like, you don't even sign no photo release. He's like, I've been on like half the Stones live streams.
200 more. He said 200.
All right, King 8-5 here, couple of hearts.
There it is. Open-ended for Earl.
Yeah. Nice one. C. Trevina says, JK is basically telling AD, you can't draw pictures of our dealers on your phone. You just can't. You can't do it.
Earl bets out with the open-ended straight draw. And just turns the nutters.
Oh,
The gin turn card.
Bet it to win it.
Life is good.
Sweet lady, won't you be mine? Wait. Can I get the tap?
I finally got the nuts and y'all.
Wow, what the fuck happened?
Earl says, wait. $100 bet, not 200.
Hey,
Promise you would have folded it before, didn't you?
that's it.
No, we don't need more hot rocks. We need some.
Is Dante shaking hands with the Baccarat pit boss? I can't see who's doing that. Hey man, come over and take some more cash whenever you want.
Okay, no. Who wants it? I have this.
So Brandon over here with Ace King. He's under the gun. Says he just called.
I think he put out the dark. I think.
Oh, he called him the dark.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
There's the 3-bet.
So Tony G did open the floodgates. He popped it up to 200. Oh, did he let it go? He did. Oh, no, he didn't let it go. Oh, his hand's in his hand. There we go. I was like, I can't see his cards. We'll get his cards on the reader here in a minute.
Heads up to the flop.
Oh, top
Can't
for
imagine
Brandon.
he's got a better hand than Brandon here. Top. Ace King on a King High flop.
Bets it and
Brandon
wins
scoops.
it. Guys, I know we still have a lot of you in here. Thanks for joining us, man. This has been an absolute great stream here. Make sure to click that heart if you haven't yet and get notifications, and make sure you're definitely here less than 48 hours from now for the Vloggers game. Again, starting same time, 7 p.m. this Wednesday. It's gonna be sweet. Commit V, when we say top, that means top pair on the board with the best possible kicker. So in that particular case, there was a king high on the board. He had ace king, so he had top pair with the best kicker, which was his second card, which was the ace. Russ Demon 79, thank you very much for the kind words, bud.
Dante said, who's buying the next round?
Dante's like, I'll go back to Baccarat and I'll buy us all top shelf.
That's right.
Hey, but you know what? Every should tip Justin another $25. You know why? Every you guys should say thank you to Justin. He does this every single week. You guys don't appreciate that.
A couple of fun hands out here developing. Let's see.
But you know what I mean? I'll come next week. Play? Yeah, let's do this again. Next week, let's do it every week.
Everybody's coming along. 4 players to the flop, 800 in the pot. Boom, jack high board here. Top for BJ. That's what we're talking about.
There it is. There's the top
pair.
top.
Top pair, top kicker. Zach with middle pair here with his 10. If they were only playing with $25 chips, well, I guess that'd be what, 5 racks of green for 10K, right? Or 4 racks of green.
Order money.
Ending life. Thank you very much, buddy.
I'm such a ass.
Gets it through. Ace Jack, what I've affectionately dubbed the parking lot hand, because that's the hand that sends you to the parking lot when you bust out of a tournament. You're like,
that's right.
I had Ace Jack. It's no good, man. No good. That's what we're talking about, guys. Vlogger game this Wednesday. Don't miss it. Andrew Nemi, Brad Owen, Jeff Boski, Ray's Rail. It is going to be sweet. We got Bart Hansen from Crush Live Poker in the house. I highly recommend looking up all of those guys in advance, checking out some of their content, because they're all going to be in the house. They're all going to be doing their own live streaming in their own way. We're going to have a drone in here. I don't even know if it's going to be inside. I don't even know if that's legal, but it's going to be awesome. So let's all experiment together. Definitely be part of it.
Hey, it's my blind. I hope you win this pot because there was no extra money in there.
So Jeff's going to pop it up here with 6-7. Zach's going to come along, and oh, are you getting it in with red? Look at you, Earl's getting real splashy. King 9-4, top pair for Zach. Jeff bets, Zach calls, Earl gets away, question mark? Club on the turn, the best get better, look at that. Now Zach's got a flush draw with his top pair.
And Jeff turn is only one of the only live cards given the possible winning hand here.
Our action tracker's catching up. All right, that is going to give Zach the check mark here with top pair.
Hey, who's buying the next ring?
What a great turn if you're Zach too. You're like, oh, if in case my top pair wasn't good, I had like a backup flush just in case.
I never tried XO before.
Next time I'll bring more money. I can't hang with you guys though. You know what I mean? I can't hang with you guys.
BJ just on the heater tonight. God, feels good to run good, man. Approaching 12K. And I don't know, but at the beginning of the stream, I mean, BJ didn't have, what, more than like 5K?
I think he blinded for like 4 or 5K. Yeah, he's up a lot.
Solid.
He's
Good
definitely
night
the
for
big
him.
winner tonight.
Actually, you don't have to be by choice.
Yeah, we go around. Oh, he's in, he said. He's in. Anyone who bets, I don't care. Like, it's that game, you know what's super? You say super.
Dante with queens. He's going to raise it up.
Okay, no, this is the chicken.
Hello.
This is the chicken. Hey, that's the chicken. We caught, bro.
Hello? Yeah, can you please put Loncar up for all the no limit games? Thank you very much.
Nice. Everything, including that 100, 200 in the back, please, immediately. Deuce 9-10 here, couple of clubs, top pair for Jeff. Dante's overpair is still good right now.
Here we go. We should see a pretty good sized pot here. Offsuit queen would be the money action turn card here. Kyle getting in there with second pair.
Boom. A bet and a call.
Jeff, looks like Jeff raises.
Oh yeah, he did raise. Wow.
Top pair.
Everybody gets some. If a spade comes on the turn, buckle up, boys.
Oh,
get ready.
Here we
It's
go.
gonna get nasty. Flush draws for everybody.
3 backdoor flush draws.
Oh my god, and if a queen came? Oh god, what if it's the queen of spades?
Wow,
oh,
the queen of spades is live.
God, just ew. This is gonna be nasty. Let's get nasty. This is gonna be this is gonna escalate quickly right
Wow.
here. Welcome to the table, AD. So I'm trying to look over and see who has a bunch of chips. Stop looking for the spoiler. Oh God, pair and a flush draw, pair and a flush draw.
Wow.
2 overs, a flush draw, and a straight draw. An over pair. Yeah, you were wondering about pot of the night. This is it,
This is the
dude.
pot of the night.
This is the pot of the night.
Spade? Oh. Nope.
Oh God,
no
I thought it
spade.
was.
And somehow, queens is the best hand, which with this action, how can you really imagine your queens are good most of the
Yeah,
time here?
Dante had to fade the world. How are your queens good? I check cry call is what we call this. And he just bets it. They cannot believe that everybody, like, how do we miss all that? I had the world of outs and we missed everything. This one's for Dante indeed. And the chat goes crazy. So sick. And you're Jeff, I mean, what do you do? It's sick. I mean, you know, it's the last act, you almost have to put in the 200. It's sick. You're getting almost 20 to 1 on your money. It's sick. I've already said sick like 9 times.
Yeah, just in that spot that we talked about. Like, you know you're beat, the price is good, you got top pair, you know you're not good, there's so much in the middle.
Hey, look, he's just laughing. He's like, why am I in this spot? I think Dante's just Dante just slammed down his hand. I don't care if you call or not. Ship this pot to me. Oh, God. Wow. That pumps up Dante back to 5K. Right there. Crazy. Okay, Dante's definitely buying next round. Look, he's already handed money. Dante's buying next round. Maybe that's security so they don't escort him out. Maybe that's what it was.
Natalie Storm in the chat asking, where is this game? This game's Stone's Gambling Hall in Citrus Heights, California, about 20 minutes outside of Sacramento.
Or 10 minutes if you drive fast.
Yeah.
Either way. If you have a Highway 80 anywhere around you, it's the same one. Hop on it and come on over.
All right, we've just been notified that this is the last hand of the night for the stream.
Sorry in advance, guys. I know.
Sorry
you
in
wanna-
advance. We know. Yeah,
I know. I'm gonna walk over and probably just watch this game for the next hour myself. So I feel you.
Thanks everyone for joining us. It's been a fun night. This game definitely did not disappoint.
I have a feeling this will not be the last high limit game we see here.
No.
Speaking of good old high limits, top 2 for Jeff. He's looking for a little redemption after that last pot.
Jeff checks and gets Tony. He induces the extra $100 here out of Tony with Jack High.
The free hundo. Later, Wop Ray. Hey, Jack on the turn. Give Tony a little piece of it. Now he checks. Now does Tony continue to bet? He does. Gets an extra 2 bills. Watch Jack on the river because we're sick.
Jeff's trying to decide whether to go for the check raise right here. There it is.
He does. Yeah, and you're Tony. You hate it. You're like, I was just kidding. I didn't even want to bet the turn, but you made me. You're the worst. Fantastic. So I think BJ are a big winner tonight. There it is. Yeah, almost 12K for BJ.
Nice.
Solid. Solid game, guys. Once again, Vlogger game coming up this Wednesday, 48 hours from now. If you're tuning in, it's too late. You want to be here Wednesday, 7 p.m. sharp. Get here a little early. We always stream some fun stuff beforehand. All of those guys in the house, you're going to absolutely love it. Don't miss it. Dude, let's hear for 100, 200 limit.
Yes.
Sweet,
it's been a great
game.
night.
Pot of the night was like right there at the end.
Yep. Perfect.
Little something
Perfect.
for everybody. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Click that heart if you haven't yet. And I'll see you all Wednesday.
Thanks,
Let's do it.
everybody. Have a good night.
Later, guys.
Everybody.